For this adventure, I choose to search for hidden delicacies in the deep mountains of the beautiful Anhui. I reached a small town near Mount Huangshan, but I still need to go into the mountains to find the delicacies I'm looking for. What is this?
Winter bamboo shoots.
Winter bamboo shoots? You mean one of your local specialty?
You can only find them in the high mountains.
The townspeople suggested that I go to a village called Mulihong, because all the winter bamboo shoots are dug up from the bamboo forests nearby. I'm curious about what they taste like, and how to eat them. The problem is, there is no bus. So how do I get there? I hope I got it right. Let me check. I'll write one more time. What does the character look like again? My handwriting looks bad. Are you going to Mulihong? You're heading there? Are you really heading that way? As soon as I hopped on the vehicle, I felt relieved. Mister, what's wrong?
I can't go any further.
I know my limits when it comes to hiking up a mountain. 1 or 2 hours isn't a problem. So this path will lead me all the way up. I think I took the wrong path and went into the bamboo forest. Now, I've entered the bamboo forest. I wonder if anyone is digging for bamboo shoots now. Excuse me, I ran into a granny. She's a lifesaver. Do you know how to get to Mulihong?
It's right ahead.
Right ahead? What are you up to?
Digging for winter bamboo shoots.
Can you teach me?
They are hard to find. Sometimes you can't find any.
How do we look for them?
They're buried in the soil. Mulihong is right over there.
My goodness.
It's just right ahead.
Did you grow up here?
Yes.
Mulihong has a history of over 300 years and is home to only 52 households, surrounded by mountains, tea fields, and bamboo forests spread throughout the area. Let me carry this for you.
Thank you.
Is it heavy?
Thank you so much.
It's nothing. Let's go and find some winter bamboo shoots.
Sure.
Come on.
It's all about luck. You can't slack off in this. You must keep digging.
I can't find any. Granny Wang seems to be tougher than me. A young man like me got hungry after digging for a short while. Can I also cook with you and eat with you?
Sure, we can cook and eat together.
Right?
Come and have a meal at my house later.
Okay, I sure will. Bamboo prefers a warm and humid environment, and November is the time when they are the most plump. You got so excited after finding one that you broke the tool.
You're right, this hoe is broken now. We have one here. We finally found one.
We've dug many spots before we find this one. It was hard. We rarely use winter bamboo shoots in Western cuisine, so I don't know much about them.
Mister.
Yes.
There's another one here.
Another one? Let me try and dig it out.
You're going to ruin it.
I assure you I'm better at cooking than digging bamboo shoots.
All right.
We'll cook together later.
Okay.
Then I can.
Oh, you broke it.
Only winter bamboo shoots of the early winter have higher quality and nutritional value compared to spring bamboo shoots. It's Granny's favorite ingredient.
We have enough to make a hot pot.
All right, then let's go home.
Thank you for helping out.
Why are you thanking me? I should be the one thanking you.
You're such a weird person. Really weird.
How much farther do we have to go?
Not far now.
We reached the village after climbing the 800 steps. Not only was Granny not tired, but she also picked mugwort along the path.
We'll use mugwort leaves to make some rice cakes.
What's rice cake?
Rice cakes are made from rice flour.
Can you teach me how to make it?
Sure, I can teach you. Let's go home then.
I'm very happy. I really thought I couldn't make it this morning.
Really?
I don't know what rice cakes look like. It's completely unfamiliar to me. When I entered the village, I realized that not only is the authentic Hui-style architecture preserved, but the bamboo poles are also set up outside as drying racks to save space. I'll be your apprentice, okay? Who is this gentleman?
My husband.
Hello.
Wash it and put it in the pot to cook. Add the green liquid to the rice flour, so the color looks nicer.
Oh, so it's used for coloring.
It's delicious and aromatic. I'm not lying. It's the truth.
You're not lying? If you lied, you're a puppy.
Let's start making rice cakes.
Time to make the rice cakes. Put it here. The bitterness will be gone after we cook it.
There's still some bitterness left.
Life can be bitter. It's inevitable.
Hardships before reaping the rewards.
Well said.
You can shred the radish.
Do you usually eat it in your daily life?
Only during Chinese New Year and Qingming Festival. I don't usually make it.
Are we making the filling now?
Yes.
Winter bamboo shoots are softer than radishes.
Be careful. Watch your hand.
You're very caring.
You're my apprentice, remember?
It's still a bit hard, right? It's still a bit hard. Okay, I'm getting this. I'll let it cook for a little longer. Is this cured meat?
Salted pork, you can eat it after hanging it for about half a month or 20 days.
So you hang them in your house. How many years have you been cooking?
I started when I was 10 years old.
Really?
For dinner. I had to do it if I was alone. My parents were busy as they were still working. So I made dinner.
Even if I started cooking at the age of 1, I wouldn't be as experienced as you. So, I'm thinking.
I'm making rustic home-style cooking, not gourmet city food.
For me, the food in the city doesn't taste as good as the ones here.
This is radish greens.
Wait, is this the one?
That is Chinese cabbage. You can eat it after 10 days or 2 weeks of pickling.
Pickled snow cabbage, tofu, radish, and garlic leaves are all local specialties that were just freshly dug up or picked. After Granny's stir-frying, they were brimming with the aroma of mulihong. You go ahead and do your thing.
Eat it here.
I'll just enjoy eating here. It's so delicious. Do we still need to stuff it with filling? Look at that.
We're going to grind some rice at my brother's place. We grind it here. Down there, put it here. Come on.
Watch your fingers. Be careful not to hurt your hand. Grab it here.
Okay.
Hold the bottom.
You're strong. Great strength.
I'm out of strength now. This grinder.
It's been hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years? Oh my.
It's passed down from ancestors. When we're done grinding, we can sell it to your country.
Sell it?
Is that okay?
Well, that won't do. This needs to stay here. It's a tradition here.
I have it here. We have the traditional item here.
If it's over there, no one has the strength to move it.
The next step is to soak the rice flour.
Although both are made from rice, the rice in the north is softer and stickier, while the southern rice is chewier, optimizing it for rice noodle production. The water already has the color from the mugwort leaves.
Yes, we can't use that water anymore. I guess I'm strong.
You're strong.
I am, huh?
You're incredible.
Even the chopsticks are broken.
It's so thin in the middle, see? I failed again.
Don't make it too thin as it might tear.
Okay, let me try again. It should be slightly thicker, right?
Yes, thicker.
This is what I call experience.
Hands should be like this.
Like this, after wrapping the rice cakes with fillings, we can grill them over charcoal, pan fry them, or steam them over boiling water for 20 minutes. Just like Granny did. Are they cooked?
Yes.
They're all cooked?
Yes. Not bad, right?
It's very good. The spiciness is just right. It's a bit like glutinous cake. I made it too thick. I still need more practice. Granny sure is experienced. She wrapped it quicker and better.
I'm really fast at doing tasks. I can do both men's and women's work. My husband has high blood pressure. There was one time that was after 11 at night and we were sleeping. He told me he felt like throwing up. I was tired because many customers came to dine in during the day. He wanted to turn over to throw up. I didn't let him throw up in the bed, so he turned the other way to throw up and ended up falling on the ground. When he fell, I turned around to check on him and I burst into tears. It was terrible. I felt like it was my fault that he fell, so I helped him up, but he started muttering incoherently, with saliva flowing from his mouth.
Now I understand why Granny Wang said she can also do men's work. Well, how about this? I want to make a dish for you. I'll use winter bamboo shoots to make a dish that combines Chinese and Western cuisine, okay?
Sure.
We'll enjoy this rice cake and the dish I make together. What do you think?
Okay, sure.
All right. After Granny Wang finishes taking care of her husband and the guest house, she hardly has any time to rest. Today, I told her, I'll make a mulihong pasta for her. Actually, I found that the texture of these winter bamboo shoots is somewhat similar to the artichokes used in Western cuisine. There's also this idea where they are blanched or boiled, and then pan-fried with butter, keeping the original flavor. But from what I saw how Granny Wang handle the winter bamboo shoots, she usually blanches or boils the winter bamboo shoots with water. But I want to create a fusion of Chinese and Western cuisine. So I slice the winter bamboo shoots thinly and deep fry them, giving them a crispy texture. Normally, Italians would use Parmesan cheese and sprinkle it on top of the pasta. But since I don't have any, I decided to fry the winter bamboo shoots. I'll slice the winter bamboo shoots thickly, cook them with chicken broth and white wine, and process them as if they were artichokes. As for how it will turn out, we'll have to wait and see. I'm taking a liking to winter bamboo shoots. I enjoy cooking in this environment. It inspires me. When I first tasted the mugwort leaves, it reminded me of an Italian dish called pesto, which is made with basil. Let's add some garlic and salt. Then we'll use a mortar and pestle to crush it. Chopping won't achieve the same effect as using a mortar and pestle. With a mortar and pestle, you can extract the oils from the ingredients. Garlic, red chili pepper and cherry tomatoes. Colors of red and green make it look appealing. I'm adding parsley. Now, we can cook the pasta. And bamboo shoots. When making Italian pasta, there's a very important step, which is adding some pasta water. This will make the sauce thicker because it contains starch. There's another important sauce we haven't added yet, the mugwort sauce. Can you hear that? Crispy. Mulihong winter bamboo shoot spaghetti is ready to serve. Let's see if Granny likes it. And the dish I made. Do you know what it is?
Noodles, right?
Yeah, they're noodles.
Spicy noodles with tofu.
There's no tofu.
It's not tofu.
No. Try it.
It's winter bamboo shoots.
Yes. Is it delicious?
Yes. It's pretty good. Is it the one we dug today?
Yes, it's the one we dug today. Do you know which country's cuisine this is?
No.
I mixed the ingredients from Mulihong with Italian ingredients.
It tastes great. It's flavorful. It's quite good.
If I eat it with this rice cake.
Is the rice cake good?
Yes. I really like the fillings. I think I made this one. It's quite thick. You can make this dish easily here. You can.
I can.
When making the noodles, you add eggs, so they turn yellow. Even though Grandpa can't join us for the meal, I think he's really lucky to have Granny who loves him so much.
He can't clean himself anymore. It hasn't been easy for him in the past 6 months. He must be feeling uneasy. This is what a life partner does. When I have a cold, he would take care of me. I would do the same if he's sick. That's what families do. Our youngest son is at home, talking with his brother over a video call. And he would pass the phone to me.
That's lovely. I video called my 90-year-old grandmother as well. But she struggled using the iPad. So she held it like this, and I could only see the ceiling. I couldn't see her, so I asked her if she was there, and she replied yes. I asked if I can see her face, and she did this. It was cute.
That's because she's not familiar with gadgets.
You're right. Yes. Her eyesight has deteriorated. She's 90 years old now. So, she can hardly see anything and can't cook anymore. I made the right decision to learn how to make rice cakes, and I found the right teacher too.
My apprentice is doing a great job too.
I have to agree with that.
Capable and smart.
Besides rice cakes, what else do you think I can learn here? Granny mentioned a method of fermented mandarin fish in Anhui. This freshwater fish gives off a great smell. I definitely want to learn it. When I woke up this morning, I saw the legendary Sea of Clouds. It's even more breathtaking than I imagined. The clouds have dispersed now, and I've noticed that life here is vibrant. The flavors of our lunch are getting stronger and stronger. Excuse me, hello.
Hi.
Could you tell me what smell this is? What kind of flavor is this?
It's stinky mandarin fish.
Stinky mandarin fish, so it has a bit of a stinky smell.
Yes, it's a little stinky.
Is that so?
It smells very aromatic if you sniff it.
Is it a local specialty?
It's the local stinky mandarin fish.
Are you busy now? I didn't expect that this stinky smell would be considered a delicacy just like the fermented stinky tofu due to the inconvenient transportation in the mountainous area. This unique fermentation method for mandarin fish was developed 100 years ago. The fish becomes tender and chewy after fermentation. Granny Hong is one of the few people in the village who makes great stinky mandarin fish. But the fermentation method is simple. Just use dried chili, star anise, garlic, ginger, and a large amount of salt to cover the surface of the fish. Is this your home?
It's my daughter's house.
Your daughter's house?
My daughter's husband. She got married and came to live in her in-laws' place.
Where did you live before?
I used to live near that tree over there.
That tree over there? The yellow tree over there?
I would go home to sleep at night.
You sleep over there? You don't sleep here? So you're always with your daughter? Is it more lively this way?
Yes, it is. She doesn't have a husband. He passed away.
You mean her husband?
Her husband passed away in an accident. He died.
When did that happen?
Last June. She's all alone now. My grandchild left the village. So no one takes care of her. Life has been hard for my daughter. My son-in-law was a good man. When he was still around, he would take care of me. Now that he's gone, no one takes care of her.
Fortunately, you're here, if not. So you're helping her out.
Yes, I would help. Clean the vegetables. They would pick vegetables in the field. After that, they would come home. I help her with household chores. You'll help to receive guests and such. When her husband was alive, they would have guests every day. The place would be packed. They even had around 70 to 80 people as their guests.
It will get better in the future. But it takes time.
One person can't handle everything. Let's not cook this fresh mandarin fish.
Not this one? Then, can we cook the fish you've already fermented?
Cook one?
Can we?
Sure.
She has been through a lot in recent years, but at the same time I did see her smile. It's beautiful. It makes me admire her a lot. Despite the difficult circumstances, she can still smile. I thought, that life can really be unfair. But I just wanted to tell her that everything will be all right. It's smoking now. Does it mean it's hot enough? Not yet? I'll do as you say. I won't do anything. Granny knows best.
Put it in the pot now.
Right now?
Flip it over.
Granny, you have such an awesome style when cooking. Every year there's fish and its prosperous * abundance and prosperity. Granny didn't have any reaction when the flame was huge. She just did this. While I was trying to avoid the flame. You're so cool.
This is sweet wine.
Can I drink it?
Sure. It's good.
Is this homemade wine?
Yes, made from glutinous rice.
Not only the rice wine, but even the soybean paste and the thickening sauce, she makes them herself. Granny Hong is truly a hidden gem.
I can't cook. I can't do it.
How can you say that when you're still able to cook this?
When you're old, you can't cook well.
I'll tell you my thoughts later. After I taste it.
It won't taste good.
I guarantee it won't taste bad.
Is it salty?
It's delicious. I prefer heavily seasoned food.
No, it's not good.
You don't need to be modest.
I'm not being modest.
You're too modest. I'm already old. You keep saying it's not good and you're old. It's different from pan-fried fish. This mandarin fish has been fermented for over 10 days. So the meat becomes firmer and slightly elastic. Not only that, it doesn't have the silky texture of stir-fried fish.
Fresh fish has a silky texture.
Your life experiences are all in it. Earlier on I noticed Granny was a bit sad, so I want to make something to cheer her up. As we all know, drinking soup when feeling down is a good remedy. So I plan to make a soup combining Chinese and Western elements with her stinky mandarin fish. People in Portugal, Italy, and Spain often consume fermented fish too, which also has a strong smell. But they use codfish. It's an unfamiliar ingredient and looks quite scary, right? It's very likely that I will fail. Well, we'll see about that. I have anchovies here, and they are also fermented. I have noticed a significant difference between Chinese and Western cuisine when it comes to preparing fish. We usually separate the fish meat from the bones. We don't typically serve the fish as a whole, so we don't need this. One advantage of cooking outdoors is doing this. It's environmentally friendly. This dish is a very common Western home-cooked meal, and it doesn't have to be perfect in presentation. Perfection can be boring, right? As a Virgo, it's not easy for me to say that. I noticed ingredients here are quite abundant. They have everything. So I'll do my best to use as many local ingredients for this dish. And some essential Western ingredients for flavoring. It's to give Grandma a new experience. Sometimes you don't have time to enjoy cooking when you live in a big city. But here, there's nothing else to do. Actually, you don't have to use olive oil. You can use the oil from the anchovies. There is olive oil inside the can of anchovies as well. In the end, you won't be eating the whole anchovies. It'll just be there to enhance the aroma. Add a bit of black pepper, parsley, and capers, which are often used in Western cuisine. The taste of capers is very unique. It's often used with seafood. We'll add green olives. It will also add freshness to the dish. We'll add this last because the fish doesn't need much time to cook. There isn't a single bone. I said there were no bones, but I found one. Okay, now there are no bones. I personally like salty fish. Salted fish fried rice in Hong Kong, China is especially delicious. When cooking in a restaurant, you can't see your customers, and you don't know who they are. But being able to prepare such a delicious dish for Granny is truly meaningful. It allows me to share my love. This chili pepper, it's done. So this is Mulihong's Portuguese stinky mandarin fish soup. I prepared for Granny to cheer her up. Granny, I made something for you.
For me?
I made soup.
You made it?
Yes. When I don't feel well or when I feel sad, I would drink soup.
You do?
It makes me happy. Do you know what is this?
Is that date?
No.
It's not a date?
No.
It tastes a little sour.
It's called olive.
Olive?
This caper is pretty sour too. It's sour to eat it by itself, but if you eat it with the fish...
It's a little sour and spicy.
Yes, it's a little spicy. I used your local chili peppers.
I see.
So this is the fusion of foreign and Chinese ingredients. Can you promise to install a handrail at home?
Okay.
Promise me. It's too dangerous without one.
I support myself on the wall as I come down.
But there's nothing down there, nothing down there. That's where you need it. Just install a simple handrail.
Like a stick.
Yeah, put a stick there as a handrail.
Okay.
Just a simple handrail. When I come next time, I'll bring a friend to visit.
Bring your friend here for a visit.
We'll stay at your place.
My daughter is a good cook.
I'm sure of it. She learned to cook from you, right?
They can manage. But I can't.
Here we go again.
Yes, here we go again. I'm already old.
I'm old.
When you're old, you just can't do it anymore.
Old but experienced. Granny, can I give you a hug?
Sure.
I'm tall.
Take care of yourself.
You too. Take care.
Okay.
Stay healthy, thank you.
You're a good man. It's sad that you're leaving.
Thank you. Do you remember what you promised me?
I promise I'll install a handrail.
Yes, a handrail. Do that okay?
Okay.
I should go now, but I don't want to leave.
You can leave tomorrow. Take your time.
I should, right? Can I have another hug?
Go back later. Drive safely.
After hearing those warm words from Granny, I suddenly felt that she was like my family. Although I only stayed at Mulihong for a few days, I met the grannies who know best and cooked signature dishes with them. I also felt their optimism, which made my stomach and heart satisfied.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This time, I traveled from Chengdu to Danba County. Because I heard that from here, we can go to Zhonglu Tibetan village, known as China's most beautiful village. They have Tibetan delicacies that I've never learned before. The question is, how do I get there?
Just climb the hill.
Climb the hill? I've got a heavy one here.
Take the van then.
Van? What type of van?
The green one.
Hi. Do you go to Zhongluxiang? No? How do I get there?
They've got a van.
They do? Is it a van like this? Okay, thanks. I need a van like that. Where are you heading?
Zhongluxiang.
You're going there as well? Hello, sir. Do you go to Zhongluxiang? Yes. Yes. He's going to Zhongluxiang.
You're too tall.
Is Zhongluxiang far?
It's half an hour away.
This massage is a bit harsh. My stomach isn't feeling well. The price I pay in search of delicacies. Do you all have beliefs here? Are you all Buddhists? There are 88,000-year-old Diaolo and 600 Tibetan vernacular dwellings. Zhonglu Tibetan village means a beautiful, yearning place in Tibetan. Unlike Tibet, the elevation here isn't too high, and it's an agricultural area rather than a pastoral area. Therefore, I'm a bit curious about how the eating habits here differ from Tibet. The people here practice Tibetan Buddhism, so pagodas like this one can be seen everywhere. I'm lucky to meet a granny here at the pagoda. I think she can't walk very well though. Hello. I'm Jamie. Do you live around here?
Yes,
So you walk around like this every day?
that's right.
Is it tiring?
A little bit.
Can I keep you company then?
Sure.
Is it painful up here or down here?
It's painful in here.
What happened?
I tripped and fell.
You tripped?
It's painful if I bend it too much. It's not painful if I bend it a little or not at all.
So, what do you eat during winter?
Yawo.
Yawo? What's that?
After cutting out the pork stomach, we fill it with meat.
We can only find it here?
Yes.
Can you teach me how? Okay? Your house is huge. Is this the Tibetan style? Do we get pork here?
The three of them. We'll butcher 2 pigs today.
Is that so?
You can get it from their place.
I'll do it. Alright, what parts do you need?
Lean meat. Intestines.
Okay.
Blood. Cured pork hocks.
Okay, I'll go and get them for you. It turns out that we can get the pork directly from Granny's daughter-in-law's brother's house. I can't wait to learn how to make this new delicacy. Which one of you is Hami? Hi.
I'm Hami.
Hello, Hami. I thought that it was all cut up already, and that I could just go and get the pork from the butcher. Go back. And that would be all. However, that wasn't the case. The pig hasn't been slaughtered. December is the best time of the year to slaughter pigs. Its sub-zero temperatures are good for meat preservation. There are lesser bugs as well. Fresh pork can be dried until the following spring.
I started to work as a butcher when I was about 16 or 17. Apart from me, there are no other butchers in this village.
Don't people want to be butchers?
They don't. Because they'll need to take lives. The pigs live a great life.
Really?
All the corn grown in the fields. Each year is for them. They supply us with their meat and we supply them with our corn.
It's all a cycle. This is life. Tibetan Buddhism allows you to eat meat?
Those Buddhist lamas who specialize in chanting sutras do not kill. We're just commoners. We do it to earn a living, so we try to kill as little as possible.
This makes delicious blood sausages. We'd send it to our relatives and friends.
This nice.
Sausages, blood sausages.
Cured pork hocks. And yawo. We eat it around March or April every year. When the cuckoo calls, that's extremely tasty.
Oh, really? Granny,
Thanks.
I've got everything.
Thank you.
What are we making now?
Yawo.
Alright, this is what I wanted to learn the most. Yawo can only be found in the Tibetan village near Danba. Also, using freshly slaughtered pigs ensures that their innards are the freshest and can be preserved or a longer period.
We eat this during New Year in January. If we can't finish it, we eat it in March again.
This reminds me of how we eat turkeys during Christmas. If we can't finish it, we'll eat it for 2 weeks in a row after Christmas.
Here, add a bit of that.
We need to add in the spices, then we'll put everything into that pig's stomach. How much Sichuan pepper to add? This much?
No.
Okay.
Salt. Oh, that's it.
Oh, that's it. That means it's enough, right?
Yes.
You should rest. This is the pig's stomach, right?
Correct.
Fill the pig's stomach with the freshly mixed meat and sew it up, then it's ready for cooking. As a chef, it's a real treat for me to watch Granny sew it up stitch by stitch.
It's running out of water.
What's happening?
There's not enough water.
Here's my new Chanel bag, I'll put it in.
Wait for 40 to 50 minutes.
We'll wait about 40 to 50 minutes, so what should we make now?
Blood sausage.
This is the blood from the pig that we slaughtered today.
Let's use the pork kidney. We just need to cut it. It's called kidney, right? The ones in our bodies.
You mean our kidneys? This will be a flavorful one. It's blood sausage with pork kidney.
Sichuan pepper.
Ginger. Garlic.
Salt.
We did a good job with this strawberry milkshake. No. There are different stuffing methods around the world. I wonder what technique I can learn from Granny. Granny. She has a very unique technique indeed. It's my first time seeing this. Watch your hands. Oh no, I cut your hand. It's bleeding. We're done stuffing our blood sausage. We can cook it now. We have to hang it up, right?
Drain it before hanging.
We need to leave it to dry for a while. Pommy, you're here.
Look at this yawo.
What do you think?
It's not bad.
Is it?
We'll eat it next year.
Have you seen this?
Prick it.
Prick some holes in it?
Don't open it before it's cooked.
They started to argue it's the butcher against Granny. Who did it better? The butcher said we need to prick it. The butcher has admitted defeat. Granny knows best indeed. Pricking the blood sausage with a needle will let us know if it's cooked, and also prevent it from bursting. Due to the increased pressure, Granny even ended up curing the pork hock that I brought. We don't need to cook or wash it. Just directly coat it with salt and Sichuan pepper evenly, then air dry it. The dry, clean air of this highland village is perfect for making air-dried delicacies. Alright, I'm done hanging everything. We can eat it next year. Stomachs are also used in Western cuisines. For instance, in Scotland, they'd stuff sheep's stomachs with lean meat to make haggis. Moreover, when I was in Germany, I learned to make psalmodgen, which is beef stomach stuffed with lean meat. Many fine dining restaurants now practice sous vide, which is slow cooking at a low temperature. They'd usually use vacuum sealer bags, but I'm using pig stomach today. When we cook in an environment like this, the food must be delicious. Add some salt. Here's a mix of seasonings. One of these spices is called sage. It really is a perfect pairing with pork. Our secret ingredient, porcini from a high altitude. Dried wild mushrooms are much more flavorful than the fresh ones. They're particularly aromatic when used as a spice. Let them stick onto this meat. It's time to prepare the pig stomach. Actually, the idea of sous vide is to prevent the meat from touching any water. As the water's temperature is too high, it cooks very quickly. Secondly, it won't cook evenly. Adding some butter before sewing it up will make the meat more tender. Usually, we should put the butter first, but I forgot about it just now. White wine and pork are a perfect match. I'm not much of a sewer in the first place, hence sewing this pork stomach is really difficult. What delicacy is this? I'm using this pot of stock so that it'll be more aromatic when cooked. Normally, for Western cuisine, we'd have a huge piece of meat with ingredients like potatoes, carrots, sweet potatoes, and purple yams. I want to use a French cutting technique called turning. We'll cut it from this radian below until this angle here. So, we'll make a movement like this. I do it mainly because it looks good. Try to cut them into the same size, and cook them all at the same time. The juice in here is a mixture of white wine and butter. We'll save it for last. The stomach is a bit small, so I had to fold the pork tenderloin. When I put it in, the inside is still uncooked. It's okay, I was planning to fry it now. I can now smell the aroma of the seasonings and also the porcini. I have confidence now. Add a bit of sea salt and some of that mixed juice. It smells much better now. Here's my French Tibetan pork tenderloin. Granny. Toshi Delek.
Hello.
I'll put this over here. Is this yawo?
Yes, yawo.
What is this?
Blood sausage.
Why did you grill it until it's black?
Because it's only tasty when it's fully cooked.
In fact, for Western cuisines, we sometimes need to grill it darker for better taste. Who are they, Granny?
My sister-in-law.
I see.
My son.
This is your son?
Tashi Delek.
Toshi Delek. And this one?
My eldest daughter Deji.
She's your eldest daughter, so she's your granddaughter? She can cook as well? We're very lucky this evening, as Granny's son and granddaughter are back from work. This blood sausage is grilled crisp outside and tender inside without any odor, whereas this yawo tastes more tender, fresh, and a little spicy. The meat, cut into large pieces, is pleasant to chew and has the right balance of fat and lean. This lean meat is really aromatic. Also, it has just the right amount of Sichuan pepper in it. How do I say a delicious? Washing machine?
This is
Washing machine?
when it's Chinese New Year. Everyone would give each other gifts. We'd make this blood sausage as a gift, while they butcher their pigs, to give it to us.
So, you exchange gifts?
We exchange gifts. When a sibling or someone very close to us has gone to a faraway place.
They don't get to reunite with you.
You'll eat this then? That's right. We also wrap it up in the meantime.
I thought you were just going to eat it and then think about them.
No. We'll send it over to them.
That's good. Is it so that they can have a taste of home?
Correct.
I made a dish for you. Do you want to try it?
This meat is tender.
Which part is this?
Is it the loin? The meat from the loin.
Do you know how it was cooked? Well, I fried it. It has been fried, but there's another process. What's the outside of yawo?
Pig stomach? Oh, did you stuff it in a pig stomach?
Yeah. I met Granny's granddaughter today, and found that both Granny and her son were especially proud of her. She's also doing her dream job.
The industry I'm currently working in is the one that I wanted and love. My granny worked hard to raise my dad, and my dad worked hard to raise me. Thus, they provided me with opportunities. Back then, we couldn't afford to eat the corn kernels, so we could only eat the corn husks. We didn't get to eat the corn kernels because we traded them for money. Thanks to that, I can do what I want now.
It's all thanks to your granny and your dad.
Yes, thanks to the previous generations.
The generations before you?
They made life easier for me.
I'm sure she's very proud of you all.
True.
I think so. Let's cheer to that. Toshi Delek. Thank you, Granny. Generations of hard work have enabled the granddaughter to choose a more suitable work and the family to enjoy a more sumptuous dinner. I'm also looking forward to finding new delicacies, new grannies, and new stories tomorrow. It's so cold today. Look. Granny was so nice to me. She gifted me a cured pork hock. She also told me that in addition to pork, I must learn another delicacy here. I really can't recall its name though. But she said there's someone up there who owns the most traditional Tibetan hearth. It seems to be the only one in this whole village. Her son is supposed to come and take me up there. I hope I can learn a new delicacy. 3-minute drive. To Granny Gemashu's house. The location of her house is a bit higher. Toshi Delek. I'm Jamie. Look, I brought you a gift. It's cured pork hock. Do you think it's tasty?
Absolutely.
I wanted to learn how to make ash-toasted Tibetan momo. Can I learn it from you?
Sure.
I hope that your hearth is indoor, because it's too cold out here. We can have the cured pork hock together later.
Yes.
Slowly. Is this the hearth?
Hello.
Who is this lady?
My daughter.
She's your daughter? Hi.
Hello.
I'm Jamie. There's plenty of space next to the hearth. Whether it's cooking, keeping warm, or chatting, the whole family relies on this hearth. For all big and small matters. I like this item as well. How old is this?
It's centuries old.
Really? I wonder how many momos have been made here. There are very few hearths left these days, right?
There's basically none now.
Why did you keep it?
This is what our ancestors have left for us.
Spin it. Keep on spinning it, and then? Our hands should stay still. Is this right?
Correct.
After we're done with the momos, Granny put this little baking tray-like tool in the fire to preheat it. The high temperature hardens the crust of the momo. Not only will it lock in the moisture, but it also keeps the momo's surface from getting too much ash on it. Then, we put the momos into the ash. This is equivalent to slow roasting over low heat. The inside will then be fully baked. Aren't you worried that the ash will get into your mouth too?
No.
What do you usually eat with it?
Cured pork hocks.
Oh, is that so?
Have it with butter tea and dip it in this sauce.
Dip the momo in this and eat it? I'm tearing up. I was moved by the momos. Here. Let's put the lid on it. Granny said that while the momos are being toasted, I have to go milk the yak so that we can have butter tea later. I'll milk it over here. I'll do it over here. Over here then. Toshi Delek. I need your milk. To make butter tea. Come here. What do I do? Ultimately, Granny's daughter couldn't just sit idly any longer. She came down to help me. It seems that without food, no yak will listen to you. Okay, look. We have some milk now. It smells good and it's very fresh. Thank you. Here. We have some milk now. What is this?
It's for making butter tea.
Pour in some tea first. And then butter.
This is sampa.
I've learned about it before.
Milk.
I milked it myself.
Salt.
Then, pour some more tea in.
We can start mixing it now.
Push it down.
Do it for 10 minutes.
Mix it non-stop?
This is made of wood. The tea made with it is very aromatic.
Have you tried kumis before?
No.
It's also made this way. They had to mix it for 20 to 30 minutes.
Slow down.
I'm sorry. Are the momos ready?
Yes.
It sounds like it's hollow in there. This means that it's done.
It's baked.
Why didn't you blow it like this, but like that instead? It's freshly toasted, so it has a special burnt flavor to its skin. I made this one myself. I believe that without this much time and the hearth's lingering warmth, a real ash-toasted Tibetan momo can't be made. It's made with raw flour, but it's extra chewy. The ash made the momo tastier. In the olden days, men and women would sit together here, eating momos, drinking butter tea, and enjoying a great time. I can't believe this is the only hearth left in the entire village. Such a scene is rare as well. I really think Granny is an ideas person. Even if everyone in the village thought the hearth was useless, she still chose to keep it. We need a total of 2 hours to cook the cured pork hock. I cut a piece of it to make Granny my delicacy. Let's see if Granny will like my cooking. Okay. This is my first time cooking on top of a tractor. What do you think? It's cool, right? I want to bring Granny to Spain. I'll make tortilla española. And I will add the cured pork hock. We have a simmered cured pork hock here. We've simmered it for 1 hour. I find it rather salty, so I probably need to put less salt in it. It should be a familiar taste to Granny. These are all locally produced. The potato shouldn't be too thin or too thick. This makes a slightly chewy tortilla. Well, usually the Spanish would use white onions, but I couldn't find any here. Thus, purple ones will do. We need to deep fry the potatoes and onions in low heat so that they're more aromatic. Don't worry that it's too much oil. I want to get creative with the ash-toasted Tibetan momo too. I want to add some olives to the momo. I got this chili from that wall behind me. It's from the ones that are hanging there. It's quite interesting. Parsley powder. Then, mix them into this dough. Actually, it's not that even. For example, the spices here are more, whereas the spices here are less. It's fine. Home-cooked dishes are all like this. How to give this tortilla a local flavor? Add in some shreds of our cured pork hock. It'll become a little crispy, and the potatoes will absorb its aroma. We can fry it after leaving it for 10 minutes while waiting for the egg. We can toast the momo. All right. We can now fry the potato pancake. We've left it for some time. They've all mixed together. This is a perfect state. I'll bring this tortilla and momo to Granny's house for brunch. Previously, Granny Achong has only dried this cured pork hock that we're using for less than a month. But the spices have been fully absorbed by the meat. The meat is firm, but not hard, aromatic, but not greasy. I'm going to make a cup of English breakfast tea for Granny. All right, Granny. Brunch is ready. It's time to eat. I've made you brunch. First of all, it's not butter tea in here. It's my English tea.
Oh, yeah?
It's delicious.
Try it.
Momo?
Granny is laughing. She thinks I made it too soft.
Right?
What did Granny say?
It's tasty.
It's okay, don't lie to me. What did she actually say?
I'm not used to this taste.
Then, I believe this will catch Granny's attention. These are all local ingredients. Tomorrow, Granny will surely tell her friends. Oh my, what kind of momo did this foreigner make me? I saw that she loved my tortilla, so I felt less sad.
This one is delicious. As for that,
awesome, I like it when Granny does that. It's because she's a master. Sometimes, we can't help it when we cook for a master.
No flour in this tortilla?
No.
It's so tasty.
I'm sure that the people here would like this one, right?
Definitely.
You have 2 children, right?
Yes.
Do both of them use the hearth as well?
Of course.
Do they have kids?
Yes.
That's 4 generations then.
They came back for the Chinese New Year.
How many of them?
A dozen or so.
They all gathered around that hearth?
Yes, it was very lively.
Then, I hope you all can carry on this tradition as well. I'll also try to pass on what I've learned to others. The whole family gathers around the hearth to enjoy a meal, just like the modern barbecue. I think this is perhaps why Granny chose to keep the hearth. In a fast-paced environment, there are still people who preserve some traditional cultures that are worth learning. And it enables us to see what the past and the future look like. This is extremely rare. This is also why I love food trips like this. I rented a van in Jinhua and headed 100 kilometers north to Panshujia. I heard that people in this village could make over 200 meters of noodles from 2 catties of flour.
I'll be off to make a delivery. I'll drop you off here. Pansujia is just up ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Have some longevity noodles at Pansujia. May you live a long life.
All right, thanks. Good afternoon. Are you guys playing poker? Do you know where Pansujia is?
It's just over there.
Have fun, you guys. Bye-bye. The ancestors here were from Anhui, so the houses in this village have traces of Hui-style architecture. I decided to take a walk around the village first, to enjoy the tranquility of this place, the wooden houses, and the little traces of rain. My chef friend told Medhat the people of Pansujia have been making longevity noodles for generations. I was really fortunate to witness such a great scene today. Sheets of noodles were hung perfectly in strands on the noodle hangers. Autumn and winter are the most popular seasons for making noodles every year. Also, there are over 500 families in this village, and all of them know how to make longevity noodles. It's kind of like playing the guqin. This is amazing. Hello. Granny, what are you doing?
I'm making longevity noodles.
Are these the legendary longevity noodles?
Yes.
Why are they called longevity noodles?
Well, they've lived a long life. They've had hundreds of years of history and have been passed down from one generation to the next.
Is that so?
Yes.
A delicacy that has been passed down from generation to generation is what I want to learn about. So, Granny, can I learn to make these longevity noodles from you?
Me? I'm quite busy right now. You can help me with getting all the ingredients.
Sure. I've got another teacher. Wheat flour, bok choy, duck eggs, meat, and salt. Hi. Do you know where I can get some bok choy?
Just over there from the ground.
Can I borrow this tricycle at the door?
Of course.
Yes, thanks.
Sharpen your scissors and knives.
Hi. Can I buy some of that?
Come and pick it yourself.
Pick it myself? You don't use pesticides on them?
No.
Can I eat it raw?
How will that be tasty? You even eat it raw? It has a slightly sweet taste.
This is bok choy, right? Thank you. Hello, sir. Do you have any flour at home? Pardon me. I'm back.
That's a lot. You bought everything?
Are these what you want?
Yes, bok choy.
We have duck eggs as well.
Duck eggs, wheat flour.
Can I learn it now?
Well.
Do you want to get on this?
Okay then.
I'll take you home.
All right. I'll lead the way.
Come on.
Slow down.
No problem.
There are noodles over there. You should stop. Stop. We should get off. Are you done? The noodles are over there. Don't go there. We shouldn't pass through the noodles. I'm scared.
Let's learn to make longevity noodles. Is this wheat produced here?
It's from the northeast.
Oh, this is some good wheat flour.
The first step is to put the salt into the water. It's a caddy of wheat flour with half a tail of salt. Pour it over the wheat flour. After it has melted.
Do you remember the first longevity noodles that you made?
I made them like this as well. I learned how to make these noodles after I married here.
You've started since then? Do you want me to help you?
It's okay. You can try pounding it. Pound it with that mallet.
We still have to pound it?
Here, try it. This is how we pound it.
Let me see your muscles.
I have no muscles at all. Pounding the wheat dough this way will make the noodles very tough. Sit down and pound it.
Here comes another friend. 2 grannies. This is a buy one, get one free. This is nice.
That granny has brought you another stool to sit on.
It's buy one, get 2 free now.
Buy one get one free, buy 2 get 2 free.
Various teachers are here to help. Why do we need to pound this dough?
You said you like to pound this as well. You wanted to learn, no?
I do. I noticed its surface is starting to get a bit smoother now, isn't it?
That's right.
So, to what extent do we have to pound it? Stop when we get too tired, right?
This amount of wheat dough is nothing. You won't get tired. We used to suffer back then when it came to pounding. You have to learn about it.
I've learned it then. We're done with this, right? Nice.
Let's go and make noodles. The next step is to cut this piece of wheat dough. Cut it in a circular motion into a thin strip with a knife and pull it. Roll it and then pull it again. It takes a long time. We can't do it within a short time.
So you're just making noodles every day. You're either making today's noodles or preparing tomorrow's. We're here to hang the noodles. Hello, and this lady is
my daughter.
Your daughter. The noodles here are all stuck together.
They're stuck together firmly. We need to let the noodles dry out a bit and then spread them out, strand by strand.
That's so much work. It's split.
Put them back together then. This is our daily activity.
I'm a bit dizzy looking at them like this.
When the noodles stick together firmly, it means they're not dry yet. During the first time, we have to separate these. And the next time, we need to split them up strand by strand.
How many times do we have to split them up?
Some still stuck together firmly even after 2 or 3 times. We couldn't sleep well at night.
True.
We couldn't eat well during the day.
You had to get up early in the morning. Granny has been doing this every day for 50 years, pulling them and drying them.
You can't make longevity noodles without spending this much effort. Panshujia's longevity noodles are the most famous now.
So, I think the next time I eat noodles, I must think of the people who made them.
It's hard work.
The hard work of those who make noodles.
There are 2 egg yolks in it.
There are 2 inside? It really has 2.
Beat it a few more times.
Will you add in some water?
No, I won't.
With the noodles that we took so long to make, we make an omelette. Boil the noodles for 3 minutes, blanch a few leaves of bok choy, and we're done.
Put it here.
Just a bit of meat, right?
It's stir-fried.
If I want to have noodles when I'm in a big city, I'd order takeout or have instant noodles that only take 3 minutes to make. But things are different here. Here, we enjoy the process while it gradually turns into a delicacy. I think this is also something we can learn from. A bowl of Panshujia's longevity noodles is ready.
It's so long.
The noodles are indeed salty, so you don't need to add salt while cooking them?
That's right.
They actually taste just nice. Just cook them in such simple steps, and we'll get a delicacy. Do you have any more noodles, Granny?
Of course. I have a lot.
I've got some noodles, with the duck eggs here. And these noodles? I've decided to make Granny a bowl of East meets West Panshujia's noodles. Step 1. Sauté the duck leg. Duck meat is usually fattier, so we have to pan-fry it first to get the fat out. Today, I plan to follow a more French style of cooking. When I was in France, I preferred the taste of meat after it was simmered. It was much more aromatic than chicken meat. Let's add some vegetables. Okay. These vegetables are grown here as well. They're all organic, so you can eat them without worry. In the big kitchen, being a chef is all about how fast your chopping speed is, right? Because the customers are waiting. That's not necessary here. We can just enjoy the process here. Carrots have a friend called celery. A mix of these two is very tasty. We need to add in some scallions. A mix of scallions, carrots, and celery is known as soffritto in Italian. These 3 ingredients are used to make the soup base for vegetable stews every time. This is the duck bone. We must use it to boost the aroma. There's a Granny coming out. Perhaps they usually use the dried ones in China. They're called bay leaves. These are raw bay leaves. Adding in 3 to 4 leaves will also boost the aroma. A little salt. Some ground black pepper too. And some boiling water. Wait for about an hour, until the duck leg meat has softened, as if it could be shredded by hand. Then, it's done. We can then cook the noodles. Just now, the longevity noodles that Granny made were served with a duck omelette. As for mine, I'd like to make a soft-boiled duck egg. We should just boil it for about 7 minutes. Let's start shredding the duck leg meat with our hands. Granny will like it. All right, let's cook the noodles. I just love the saltiness of it. My French panshujia's noodle soup with shredded duck is ready. You can easily get lost here. It's even raining. Granny. Granny. Are you in there?
I'm here. What food did you bring me?
I made you noodles. It's delicious. You guys are playing poker? Hello.
Just a moment. 2 more cards. What did you make this time? A bowl of noodles? It looks delicious.
I know, right? Guess what it is?
It's meat. Is it beef? What meat is it?
What do you think?
What is this?
It's not pork.
No, it's meat. What meat is this?
It's duck meat.
Duck meat?
Yeah.
Oh, it's duck meat.
With duck egg.
I'll drink some soup. It smells great.
Aromatic?
Absolutely. Even my son isn't as nice as you.
That's not true.
Next time, when you make this, you need to make the noodles softer.
Softer? Are the noodles too hard?
Yes.
Westerners are used to having harder noodles, but you prefer softer noodles. What's on top of the duck egg?
What ingredient is that? I can't tell.
It's black.
Sesame?
It's black sesame. You're so smart, chef.
Is that black sesame? I can't even see things clearly with my eyes now. When playing poker, I can't see the cards clearly without my glasses.
My granny is like this as well.
My son had a thought and said, Dad and Mom, you should make fewer noodles and earn less money. If you don't have enough money, you have 2 sons and a daughter. Who will give you money? I have 5 granddaughters. In total. I raised all of them. I also did all the laundry and washed all the nappies. I did everything. I raised them all by myself. I've been raising children for 28 years. If I don't do it, no one else can do it, you know.
It's all for the sake of the next generation.
Exactly. Back then, we had no house or blankets. We didn't even have a blanket to use when I married my husband. We went through hardships and built everything ourselves. My 2 sons will be here for dinner, but I haven't prepared anything yet. I'll go and make dinner for them.
Your sons will come here for dinner?
That's right.
All right, I won't take up your time then. Let's hug.
You're such a good student. Thank you.
You're a great teacher. Okay, go and make dinner for your sons.
Sure, I'll go then.
They're truly blessed. Granny noticed that I like learning about traditional food, so she recommended me a tofu skin craft that has been passed down for 1,200 years. It's in Jingjai, which is just 35 kilometers south of Panshujia. She gave me a photo, asking me to look for her in the market. Maybe she'll agree to be my new teacher. I'm looking for this person. Do you know her?
No.
She makes tofu skins.
Do you know her?
No.
The tofu stall is over there. Do you know her?
Over there. Is that her?
There.
That's her, right?
Is she there?
Isn't she over there?
Okay. Is this you?
Yes.
It's you?
Yes. Do I look different in pictures?
Not at all. That's right. I finally found you. I heard that you're especially good at making tofu skins.
I've been making them for over 40 years.
Where did you make them?
At home.
It tastes a little smoky.
We boiled all of them using firewood.
I knew it. I'd like to learn how to make them.
You want to learn?
Can I learn it from you?
Of course.
So, can I go home with you and learn it?
Sure.
Learn how to do it?
We'll start from midnight tonight until tomorrow's dinner time. It'll only be done by then.
I'm willing to work hard. Jingjai gives me a different vibe from Panshujia. This place looks very quiet. And the buildings are very neat. It's brimming with life. It's 6 p.m. now. I'm going to Granny Zhang's house, because she said it's time to start with the first step. Hi, Granny Zhang.
Hello.
I'm here.
Okay.
You're here at 6 p.m. sharp. What are you doing?
Pour these into the water and soak them.
Are these soybeans?
Pour the soybeans. Pour them like this.
Where were the soybeans grown?
We got them from Heilongjiang.
The beans' skins have come up.
It'll take us an hour and a half.
We'll just keep getting them out?
Yes, do it non-stop. Get those skins out.
For an hour and a half? So, will your husband do this with you?
Yes, we do it together every time.
That's good then. I thought you'd do this alone for an hour and a half.
We do it together when he goes out to grow rice. I would also go with him.
Both.
We always do all the work together.
Both of you will do it?
Yes, not everyone can do it. We're all like this in the countryside.
Really?
Husband and wife, sticking together. I'll do everything you do. I'll go everywhere you go.
I think that's pretty cute.
We do everything together. We'd bring all 4 of our kids out when they were little, and do all the work together.
When it's midnight, Granny and Grandpa's teamwork officially begins. They boil the pot using firewood so that the soy milk will have a special aroma. If we use charcoal fire, the tofu skins will absorb the smell and have a bad odor. The couple does every step skillfully and divides their work clearly, alternating with each other. The purity of the soy milk becomes higher and higher as it cooks at the same time. The temperature difference between the pot and the air allows the surface of the soy milk to solidify and form the tofu skins. The soybeans change from solid to liquid and back to solid again. It's a series of simple movements in which Granny precisely controls the timing, strength, and distance. It's all about the experience. I slept until 8 a.m. and found that Granny was still awake. Granny Zhang. This is amazing.
You're too tall.
I'm too tall indeed.
Watch how I do it. Do you want to learn it?
Of course, you know I do.
Here.
This is awesome. Aren't these chopsticks a little special?
Yes, they're very soft. The tofu skin and the pot are now separated.
Dip it. Push through it.
Push through it.
This should be longer than that. Lift it. And place it here.
This one, pull it out.
Pull this out. It's hot. I lifted my first tofu skin. Granny said that we could make almost 40 catties of tofu skins from the 80 catties of soybeans last night. How many hours do you need to complete this step?
From 4 a.m., even before 4 a.m. to 5 p.m.
You'll only be repeating this step?
Yes, it'll be the same step. Hang and lift, hang and lift.
Hang and lift?
Then, my husband will go to bed.
So, you will take turns?
Yes.
Grandpa is sleeping now.
He just went to bed.
You're incredible, Granny. Nowadays, few people would use firewood to make tofu skins, right?
That's right. I'm not sure how other people's tofu skins are. For us, we'd make black and white tofu skins, but theirs are all the same.
Theirs are all white? When the tofu skins become dry, what do you do with them to make them a delicacy? What will we make?
Tofu skin rolls.
Just like longevity noodles, the process of making the ingredients is very tedious. However, the final delicacy is extremely simple to make. Wrap the pork and tofu filling that Granny mixed. Cut them up, deep fry them, and we're done.
Try it, it's very delicious.
It's done now?
It's hot.
It's okay, I'm good.
I'll put it here.
It's fine. Just feed me.
It's hot.
I think it's extremely aromatic on its own because firewood was used. Deep frying it this way will completely bring out its best taste. It's crispy, and it's served with tofu and meat. Granny said that this combination is very simple, but to me, this is a perfect combination.
Back in the day, women here would eat these tofu skins during their postpartum confinement. The standard of living is better now. So every family gets to eat them. Previously, we used to have 20 to 30 families making tofu skins in this village. My brothers and mine are the only 2 families making them now. No one else is making them. It's too much work. We have to get up while others are sleeping. We need to get up to make tofu skins even when the weather is very cold. When the weather is hot, it's very hot even if we sit at the door, let alone indoors. That heat is overwhelming. That's too much trouble. The younger generations won't do it. Really.
Perhaps many traditional crafts will be replaced by machines. However, I got the impression from Granny's words that she simply loves this job. Even though it's very hard, I think Granny's heart is satisfied when she sees these beautiful tofu skins that makes her family's life so happy. After learning how to make this tofu skin, I'm particularly keen to get creative. Luckily, I brought some cocoa powder. I want to make chocolate soy milk and turn it into tofu skins. All right.
Is this okay?
Let's see what happens.
Miraculous.
Miraculous. You haven't tried this before? Do you think this will work?
I wonder if it has the same toughness. It'll be tougher if you make it thicker later.
It smells really nice. So, after this, Starbucks can try making this as well. I've messed up this pot.
It's all right.
The chocolate skin tastes okay, but it's not chocolatey enough. I'd like to get more creative. Firstly, let's grind the peanuts into peanut butter. Okay, let's mince this chocolate, because the inside will melt faster when we deep fry it later. If it's a big bar, I'm afraid it'll be crispy on the outside, but the chocolate will still be hard on the inside. Hence, I must save this small bar for the chef. It's time to prepare the tofu skin. I realized it was still a little tough when I cut it. It's what I need. The aroma of soybeans with the taste of hot chocolate. Spread some peanut butter in the center. Also, I love this type of peanut butter that I made myself. There are chunks of peanuts in it. The flavor is more layered this way. Then, sprinkle some chocolates on it. The way we wrap it is slightly different from Granny's way. I am actually inspired by an Italian dessert called cannoli. It's a type of deep-fried dessert. It normally contains a sweet filling as well. Usually, there's chocolate in it too. Peanut butter with chocolate. I found a small problem just now. It started to fall apart a bit. Therefore, I'm using the toothpicks to do this. Granny said her children would come over and we'd have dinner together, so I might as well bring some desserts over. I've deep fried them until they're crispy. The chocolate and peanuts blended well together. It's very flavorful. The outer skin is also crispy with a little taste of chocolate. A very important step in making Italian cannoli is to sprinkle icing sugar. I'll just make a jar with a few holes on top of it. My Xinji's chocolate tofu skin roll cannoli is ready. Hello, hello. Granny Zhang. There are so many people here.
Have a seat.
So lively. Look, I made these for you. It's dessert.
Thanks. This is my younger brother.
Younger brother.
My sister-in-law.
Your sister-in-law.
This is my mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law.
My aunt.
Your aunt.
She's 92, she's 97, they both lived long lives.
I'm 30.
My youngest son.
Youngest son.
It was my son who arranged this big gathering.
So, it was you?
Yes.
It's all about getting together.
We should all have a good time.
Cheers. This is such a strong wine. What wine is this?
It's our homemade rice wine.
It's homemade? Are you able to manage everything?
Yes.
It's authentic. Our ancestors were winemakers in the beginning. My uncle is also a winemaker.
Your family?
Only later did we switch to making tofu skins.
Is that so? I think your entire family is so talented. The most touching thing I witnessed was that Granny and Grandpa did everything together. I find this quite touching. Although it's hard work, we're happy. That's right. I think we can't do it all alone.
True, one person can't manage it.
I think that there's also love in here. I'm serious. Try it.
It's really sweet.
What does it taste like?
Egg yolk?
No.
Here, let me try it.
You should try it too. Everyone, take a guess.
It's really delicious.
It is? But what flavor is it? Kids, come here. They're so fast, aren't they?
I just said that.
Here, try it.
It's sweet.
Yes, it's sweet indeed. What flavor is it?
It tastes a bit like soybean.
Soybean?
Peanut butter. Peanut butter.
How did you know that? Did someone tell you? Did someone tell you just now? Is it delicious?
Yes.
I know, right?
It's tasty.
Is it sweet?
Yes.
It's extremely sweet.
What is it? What's that?
You didn't try any?
No.
Who has one for this child?
I don't want it.
You don't want it?
I don't want spicy food.
It's not spicy.
How come it's spicy? What? Let me do it. I have long arms. 3, 2, 1. Tofu skins. Whose phone is this? It's mine. Delicacies and wine are meaningless when there is no one sharing them with you. I think I've completed my mission in Jujang. I must remember the delicacies that the grannies have taught me. I must preserve them. I've never learned about Dong cuisine before. I'm in Jiaoxing Dong village, Guizhou, hoping to discover the local delicacies. Jiaoxing Dong village is known as the town of Drum Tower, with 5 drum towers and 5 flower bridges. In summer, people sit on the flower bridge to avoid the summer heat. In winter, they gather in the drum tower to keep themselves warm by the fire. As I was walking through the village, the sound of singing caught my attention. Hello. Not only do they sing, but there's also a granny preparing breakfast beside them. I immediately feel the warmth when I meet Granny. She invites me to have a bowl of oil tea. Thank you. You put some scallions on top, right?
Yes. Thank you so much. We usually drink it for breakfast.
It's nice.
We don't drink tea like you do, it's different.
Yeah.
Right.
I was cold while walking, but after drinking the tea,
Yes.
hearing your singing, I feel much more comfortable.
It sounds really beautiful that it's taught by a teacher.
She teaches them. Is this the teacher?
The students are very well behaved, and they sing well.
To be honest, I came here to learn about the local cuisine, Granny.
Okay.
What kind of food do you have here? What are the Dong cuisines?
The Dong ethnic cuisine is cow cud. Secondly,
What's cow cud?
it's the digested grass in cows' stomachs.
You make that into a dish?
Yes, it's a dish.
Is it delicious?
Yes.
Can you make that?
Me? Of course.
Can you show me cow cud making?
Sure.
On the way to buy groceries with Granny, she seems eager to introduce every person we encounter.
She's the daughter of my friend. His daughter. This is my student.
Your former student?
Yes.
Granny grew up here and used to be an elementary school teacher. There's no one in this village she doesn't know.
I want cow cud.
When Granny is buying the cud. To be frank, I'm a bit afraid of this. But she said the grass that cows eat contains many medicinal herbs. Guizhou is damp and hot all year long. These herbs are good for preventing diarrhea and aiding digestion. Cows in Guizhou are healthy because they consume medicinal herbs. And the quality of the beef is excellent. We've got everything here. What's this?
It's glutinous rice made of regular rice.
Are you putting the whole thing in?
We often get hungry when we go up to the mountain.
You eat glutinous rice because of your back-breaking work.
Yes, we eat this.
It has a strong smell.
In the spring, cattle eat fresh green grass on the mountain. So it wouldn't be yellow like this.
So, there are different colors, okay, to remove the strong smell of the cow cud. We need ginger, roasted mandarin peels, and chili pepper. They add multiple layers of flavor to the soup.
It's almost cooked, bring that to me.
Add this? What's this?
Gardenia is a medicinal herb. It's neither bitter nor sweet. If you have any injuries, soak it in liquor. It helps your wounds heal faster.
Oh, this is a type of herb.
Yes.
Yummy.
Exactly. Okay.
Just pour it out like this? What's this?
Loofah pad. It prevents the rice from falling through. It has 5 holes here.
I've washed my hands.
My hands are clean too. It's fine even if they're not.
It adds some flavor to the food if your hands aren't clean. Granny told me to cut beef tripe, intestines, and tenderloin after cooking glutinous rice. Is cow cud always available?
They have it when they slaughter cows, otherwise there won't be any. When we want to eat it, especially during festivals, we have to be there early. Around 3 or 2 o'clock. They slaughter the cows at midnight, and people would fight. For the cow cud, they have to fight for it.
Really? It's hard to get it.
Everyone will take a lump of it and go outside to squeeze the rumen juice.
So this is the juice?
Yes, this is garlic leaf. We have spices.
Okay, what's this?
Celery.
It smells like fennel.
Yes, I grow this.
It's tough.
It's too tough to eat. So we use it as a spice. And celery too.
The vegetable leaves. Well, I'm not cooking today. I'll warm myself by the fire.
Alright, first off, put the ginger.
To infuse the pot with the ginger aroma, is it enough?
That one, add the spice.
The tough ones go in first.
Dried chili, mandarin peels, and Sichuan pepper.
It adds spiciness. Put all lean meat in. Beef tripe and beef intestines. Innards should always be cooked, together with chilies, Sichuan peppers. And mandarin peels. Mandarin peels have a strong flavor.
Very aromatic, a little starch.
Put in some starch. Enough?
Yes.
This is the very moment. Filter out the grass with a sieve. Actually, I prefer to eat the stir-fried dish, without adding cow cud.
You must try cow cud.
Okay, I should eat what the locals eat.
Yes, you'll become a Dong ethnic person after eating this.
I'll become part of Dong.
Yes.
Put in some green garnish. Several grannies have come over.
They all know me well. They love me.
How do you say, do you want to eat? Do you want to eat? Do you want to eat? Are you going to try it?
You try this.
Me? Oh.
Yes.
But I have no idea about the standard.
Does it need more salt? I'll add some if it needs more salt.
No. It smells great.
No need to add salt.
There's a grassy flavor. And a slight
taste of beef.
Yes, there are also the cow cud. And mandarin peels. It's better than I imagined. But the color worries me, though.
Don't worry.
Yes, I do, but it tastes good. I'm willing to try any cuisine once. Including cow cud. But I won't cook it at home, to be honest. Because I can't find these ingredients in my country. Yes, sure, give me some soup. I can't stand the cold anymore. The lean meat is tender. No fatty meat at all.
Exactly.
It tastes pretty good.
Get some rice.
Let's have rice. Just use our hands?
Yes, eat the dish, 1 bite of rice and 1 bite of this dish.
Suddenly, I feel like I'm one of the Dong ethnic group.
That's right.
The chili is just nice. Quite spicy. The initial taste is beef tripe. followed by spiciness.
Exactly.
That's how I feel. Grandpa. Do you want to eat? You do? Here you go.
Not too much.
Do you want to eat? Hello, Grandpa. Do you want to eat, Granny? Who are they?
Do you know?
All of them?
They're from the Drum Towers. The Drum Towers.
I see, the drum tower after the dish is done. Grandpas who gathered at the tower for warmth all came. Granny asked me to give some to her vendor friends. And she kept some for her husband. She didn't eat at all. Granny told me she has to take care of her husband and cheer him up every day. She always wears a smile and likes being together with everyone.
Everyone in this world should unite and respect each other. We should love each other.
That's quick, it's all gone. Thank you, Granny.
No need to thank me.
Granny looked so happy when sharing the food with us today. So I'd like to use beef, the famous specialty here, to make a dish for them. That's the Italian meatballs. I'm going to use the best beef here. I'll use steak, brisket, and chuck to make the minced meat. The ratio of lean to fatty meat is just right. Let's start with tomatoes. We need to make tomato sauce. The texture isn't good if the skin is included, so it's better to peel them off. It's hot. Add a little sea salt while it's hot. The juice is about to come out. I'll cook it into sauce now. Add some olive oil. Garlic goes well with tomatoes. The sauce has the right flavor. Let me add a little sweet and spicy taste. Okay. Now, we need time to cook it. Let's cover it and wait for about 15 minutes. Meanwhile, we can deal with the meat. First, add some salt. This is cumin powder. Cumin powder helps to enhance the aroma of the meat. Add a little parsley powder. Lastly, ground black pepper. It goes well with beef. In Chinese cuisine, the meatballs are mixed well and more evenly, so you can't see the minced meat. But in Western cuisine, you can see the minced meat clearly. Personally, I like to combine both styles. The more sticky it is, the chewier the meatballs are. Now, we can add some ground pork to boost the aroma. It looks appetizing. It's been a while since I had meatballs. I'm looking forward to it. Even though I'm making them for others, I really want to eat them myself. The sour taste is a bit strong. Add a little white sugar. We can add some red onions to the minced meat to bring out the sweet aroma. Besides, onions contain some moisture, so they will make the meatballs juicier. The sauce is done. Let's pour it out. Now, we just need to steam the meatballs. Okay, the meatballs are half steamed. Use high heat to fry the outside to make it crispy, and then it's good to go. Oh, yeah. Baby, look at this. Okay, let me check the color. Yes, because the meatballs were steamed before. They are juicier. But if we only pan fry them in a flat pan, the outside will be burnt, but the inside will still be raw. My Tong Village meatballs are ready. On this rainy day, let's share some happiness. Granny. Granny.
What have you got for us?
I've made a dish for you all.
Sure.
Thank you.
It'll keep you warm after singing so hard.
Thank you.
Do you want to take a look?
Sure.
3, 2, 1.
It looks amazing. Well done, Demi.
Do you want some? Do you want to eat this?
Yes.
Yes. Don't be shy.
I'll do it. Thank you for your good work. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Please don't say that.
No, I must thank you.
I think.
Thank you, my Jamie.
Does it taste good?
Yes.
I love how you all love to share here. Your bowl is emptied. Do you want some more? It's my pleasure. So, I think I should give you some delicious food.
Sure.
For happiness in return.
Sure.
You should eat some. You've worked so hard.
It makes me feel delighted.
You feel delighted?
And warm too. Yes.
I believe both food and singing have this power. Do you want more?
You want more?
You want more? You've had 3 meatballs. When the grannies sing again, I feel more attached to the life here. They sing when they're joyful and gather around the fire when they're cold. Everyone comes together and shares the warmth deep inside. Their singing has resonated in my mind, driving me to seek new grannies, to learn new cuisines. There's this other place in Guizhou called Maolan, about 200 kilometers southwest of Xiaoxingdong village. It lies on the same latitude as the only karst forest on Earth. There are many Shui villages nearby. I came to Shuba village in the valley. I hope to learn the unique Shui cuisine. Upon arriving, I grasped the saying, no sun for 3 days, no flatlands for 3 chi. The water flowing down the valley converges into rivers, shimmering in emerald green like jade. The river is rich in minerals and is the habitat of the freshest and most flavorsome fishes. I can't wait to taste one. Besides using nets, the locals also use cormorants, as they excel at fishing. Besides, they don't migrate during winter since they're already in the south and it's warmer here. Hello.
Hello. You look gorgeous.
I do?
Yes.
I saw someone fishing around here. What are you going to do with the fish?
Well, we'll wrap it with taro stems and Chinese chives.
What's this?
This is a taro stem. It's grown locally. We use Chinese chives and taro stems to wrap the fish. It's delicious.
Really?
Yes.
This dish sounds very aromatic.
Yes, it's aromatic and delicious.
Does it taste better?
Yes.
Than the hot and sour fish?
Much better.
Can I go with you? I'd like to take a look.
Sure.
Is anyone home?
Yes, my mother's at home.
Your mother lives here?
Yes, my family gathers at home for the reunion dinner. My younger brother insists that home-cooked food is the best.
So he often comes over for gatherings?
Yes.
Can your mother cook this fish?
Yes, she can. Young people tend to build new houses over there in the county seat. They have all moved there.
They don't live here anymore. No wonder it looks quite empty here.
Yes, it is.
There aren't many people around.
Look, nobody lives here. There's debris up here, due to the rain. It falls into the bricks.
The roof tends to rot if nobody stays here? But why?
Because of the stove fire that
produces heating gas.
The cooking smoke.
Moss won't grow if there's cooking smoke? I didn't know cooking has this effect too.
My mother comes home once a week. She lights the fire, as to sustain the house longer.
Hello, Granny.
Come on in and sit by the fire.
Sit by the fire? Sure.
It's cold out there.
Do your siblings live nearby?
The 3 of them are in Lebo County.
They're all in Lebo? It's not far though.
No.
What dish are you going to cook for them today?
Chinese chives wrapped fish.
Can I learn this from you?
Certainly, but you need to help out and get your hand dirty.
Of course. I'm a good student. I'm happy that Granny agreed to teach me how to make Chinese chives wrapped fish. Oh, how many years have you been using this?
A few decades.
Is this the Sichuan pepper you stir-fried earlier?
Yes.
It's aromatic. Where did you get this? It's quite heavy. To make the Chinese chives wrapped fish, we need to put ginger, garlic, and a lot of chilies in this giant mortar and grind them. Besides adding salt, we need to add homemade rice wine. Trying to get me drunk? Granny said the rice wine could soften the fish bone.
The salt isn't enough, right?
I think it's enough, but I don't know what you would think. You can taste it. Oh, you don't need to, you know it very well according to Granny's experience. The fish should be cut open from the back because the flesh is the thickest there. Spread the marinade evenly across the back, allowing it to absorb the marinade as much as possible.
The taro stem is the most aromatic and the sweetest. Chinese chives-wrapped fish is a go-to festive dish prepared by the elders.
Do regular restaurants serve this dish too?
No.
Yeah, I believe they don't have enough time for this. The fish is still alive. It came out. Granny said that the ancestors of the Shui ethnic group used to cook the fish with 9 herbs. After the recipe was lost, Chinese chives came in as a replacement to commemorate the ancestors. This tradition has been passed down to this day. The Chinese chives-wrapped fish needs to be steamed from noon until evening. It's only taken out when the relatives arrive. Smoke from the firewood and the steam make the entire house come alive. However, when I go upstairs, I realize that many rooms are empty. So, this is the living room. Whose room is this?
My brother's room. No one stays here anymore. It's such a pity.
If I were to witness my childhood home ends up like this, I would feel very upset.
Yes, it's very upsetting. My father has done much for our home. Look, from this side to that side. Look at this. The structure is too big for the mold. The structure is too big.
So, he handmade it by himself?
Yes, he handmade it.
So, you respect your father's hard work?
I'd feel bad if I abandon it.
How long did it take him to build this house?
Several years. He went to several carpenters.
Is that so?
Yes.
And your father was supervising everything?
Yes, he was. As for the second floor, it was renovated 3 to 4 times. Look at the purlins and beams. I carried them all by myself.
You carried them?
Yeah, she carried everything herself.
What about your neighbors? Many of them don't live here anymore?
No.
Do they still come back every weekend?
No.
They just left their houses here?
Yes, their houses collapsed after over 20 years. But mine has been standing for more than 40 years. It still stands firmly. I can't leave this house. Now that my father is gone, we must protect the house. When we were little, we siblings used to play on the upper floor. My brother would call us to play around upstairs, like running in circles or running everywhere. We used to play hide and seek.
Oh, you played this too?
My parents have put hard work into this house, but no one lives here anymore. That I feel somewhat sad.
Grandpa used to be the backbone of this family, and now it's Granny alone. The memories of so many people supporting her to carry on, guarding the place where she and her husband have lived the longest. This house isn't just a memory of the family, but also for the villagers. These memories aren't just from the past. It's still creating now, because I've smelt the aroma of Chinese chives. But Granny said the fish isn't done yet. Today is the weekend, so Granny and her family have a gathering in the old house. They have invited me over, so I can't go empty-handed. While walking through the village, I saw some oranges and mandarins. So I thought of using them for this dish. I have the carp that Granny showed me earlier, along with different types of mandarins and lemons. Blood oranges go well with fish. Cut the oranges slightly thicker because they need to be stuffed inside the fish. If the slices are thin, it'll turn mushy after cooking it, which isn't ideal. This is the little brother of fennel, dill. Dill can match well with fish. This is cooking paper. The method used today is en papillote in French. I'm going to make the paper into a pouch and wrap the fish in it. In fact, it's similar to the function of the Chinese chives Granny used. We need to make sure the fish is juicy and tender. It won't be sour too. It becomes sweet instead, once it's cooked. Dill has a quite similar flavor to fennel, but milder. Unlike fennel, it has an intense taste. Salt. parsley is a perfect match with fish too. I'm thinking of how to put in the chili powder. If I spread it on the fish directly, it can't go well with the fruit. Perhaps I should make a side dish where I can add some chili powder. Okay, a little olive oil. Next, take another sheet to wrap it up. It's leaking already. Maybe I need 2 more sheets. Alright, I can steam the fish now. Meanwhile, I can prepare a side dish. The British are famous for fish and chips, but it's not healthy. So I'll make shredded potatoes with some Western spices. Normally, when we make baked potatoes, we put rosemary and garlic into the oven and bake them together. So I'm combining the concepts of baked potato, shredded potatoes, and fish and chips together. This is Parmesan, a hard cheese, not the stretchy one. It has a strong cheese flavor. Put it on top of the shredded potatoes. Oh, yeah. The fish needs sauce. This is tartar sauce, which is one of my favorites. It's mainly made from mayonnaise, dill, pickles, and anchovies. Hello. Out for groceries? Look, Granny's family has arrived. I ought to hurry up. Hello. The French-style citrus stuffed fish is done. You can dip the fish into the tartar sauce. If you prefer a heavy taste, eat it with the shredded potatoes. At the same time, the Chinese chives wrapped fish that I made with Granny is finally done. After 3 hours of gentle heating, both the Chinese chives and chilies have well blended in terms of color and flavor. However, Granny said that if there's enough time, it can be steamed for over 12 hours to make the fish bones even softer. Granny.
You're here.
Hello. Who are all these people?
They are my sons and daughters-in-law.
He's the second son. I know him. Who are you?
I'm the child of the 5th son.
This is my great-grandson.
You have 4 generations here.
Today is your birthday?
Yes.
We gather here on a weekly basis.
Are there always so many people attending?
Mostly, yes.
And do you always have such amazing meals each time?
Yes.
Really?
This is how we say, Mother, you eat first.
Mother, you eat first. It means mother. Mother, you eat first.
Sure.
Delicious? Okay. This is very good.
It's not spicy.
The fish is tender and doesn't have a fishy odor. It tastes like chili fish sauce. I can't tell the taste of the taro stems, but Granny said it has a slightly sweet taste. I guess it makes the fish more flavorful. This is the most delicious carp I've ever had.
Thank you.
It's truly fantastic. Oh, I almost forgot. I've prepared something. I've made something for you. You can dip them in this sauce.
Yummy.
Granny, please try the shredded potatoes.
I tasted it.
Oh, you did. I've added the chili powder we made.
It's a bit spicy.
And has a smoky flavor. Right?
It's yummy and aromatic. It smells great.
I think your fish tastes good.
I think mine is just average.
Whenever I came home from work, as soon as I stepped in, the first thing I said was, Mom. Yes, I say it in the Shui language.
Mom.
Correct. Every time I saw her, my tiredness would disappear and my mood brightened up. After all, she's in her 70s. No matter how far we venture out, we still have a root here.
Granny and her family remind me of my own family. It's such a wonderful feeling to gather with our family. Perhaps it's the charm of Granny. She can bring everyone together.
To start, you have to cheer like this.
3 times.
Cheer 3 times before you drink.
Shout it out.
3 times, right?
Shout it out loud. Well done.
Eat the dishes.
Although the two villages I visited in Guizhou are vastly different, there's one thing in common. There are the most understanding grannies who bring everyone together. With her presence, this family is complete. Embraced by mountains, bridges over the flowing river and drizzling rain, this is my first impression of Huangyao ancient town. It's located in eastern Guangxi, about 200 kilometers away from Guilin. Chinese New Year is around the corner. The ancient town is adorned with lanterns hanging everywhere. Besides, I realize there are many ancestral temples here where various rituals to worship ancestors take place. From the names of these temples, you can tell what's their surname, or of what large clans. Immortal ancient well enters my sight upon entering the town. The well is over 1 meter deep. There are 5 in total, one of which can be directly used for drinking, while the rest are used for laundry and washing vegetables. This place is located in the subtropical zones, where has abundant underground water resources as well as contributed to a wide variety of ingredients. Therefore, many households have opened restaurants or homestays. Hello.
Are you looking for a meal? We offer both food and accommodations here.
You offer both food and accommodation?
Yes.
I was just thinking of trying some local delicacies.
Sure, we grow vegetables ourselves, and we serve braised pork belly.
Who's this? Is this your...
This is my mother.
Your mother? Hello.
You're Jamie, right?
Have you watched my show before?
Yes, she did. Come on and sit.
May I come in? I'd like to have a look. Hello, Granny. What tea is this?
Lehengwo herbal tea.
How should I address you, Granny? What's your last name?
Me? My last name is Yang.
Granny Yang. How old are you?
You can call me Granny Gu.
Granny Gu? Why?
My husband's last name is Gu.
So, I address you as Granny Gu?
What do you like to have?
I don't know. I'm not sure what good food you have here.
Yes, we have braised pork belly.
Stuffed tofu. We have stuffed tofu here.
What else?
We also have small river fish. The small wild river fish is delicious.
What's your signature dish here?
Braised pork belly.
Braised pork belly.
Braised pork belly? You serve braised pork belly here?
It's our own recipe.
I love braised pork belly.
It's cooked with yam and pork belly.
What type of taro do you use?
We use big taro.
Oh, it's taro. You cook taro with braised pork belly?
It's Erica taro.
Erica taro.
It has a complex texture.
It sounds yummy.
I'm old already, and my daughter doesn't allow me to cook.
She doesn't allow you to cook?
But I can still cook.
Can you please teach me that?
Sure.
Really?
Yes, we can teach you how to make it.
Is that okay?
Ask Granny to teach you.
Erica taro is also known as lipu taro. It only grows in moist soil. It helps to remove feverish heat and toxins. That's why it's very popular in the humid and hot environments like Guangxi. Are we going to cook it here? Very good. Folks enjoy preserved veg with braised pork belly.
Yes.
I haven't tried this with taro before. Granny starts by making a sauce. She crushes the onion with the back of a knife or a knife handle to break the fibers, so that we won't have to eat onion fibers. As for the braised pork belly sauce, she adds Guilin Sanhua liquor, fermented tofu, red fermented tofu, and rock sugar. So, the dish has a slight sweetness, right?
Yes.
Braised pork belly with taro.
Maltose.
It's quite hard. And vinegar, 5 spice powder, salt, and light soy sauce. The taro is cut evenly and in equal size.
Briefly singe the pig's hair over the stove.
Pig's hair.
This side isn't good. It's too fatty.
When cooking the pork, Granny adds cinnamon and star anise to the sauce. Isn't it tough to chew?
When you eat this, spit it out.
Spit it out? We don't eat this. It's for flavoring. You're using the skin too?
It's nutritious. Put it here. It's done.
Why are you poking holes?
So that the color can seep in.
This is brown sugar.
Jamie, later, let's take a walk. On the street.
Sure.
All right.
Where are we going?
To have fun. There's no music here. If there's music here, I can dance.
It seems that Granny likes dancing. She is eager to dance even before finishing the braised pork belly. Let's play a song. While I fry the taro, Granny is dancing. It's quite a combination. Is it fun, Granny?
Hurry up.
Okay. She's very cheerful. She starts to dance out of a sudden. I think that's cool.
Flip it over. Okay, nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah. Smells amazing. A perfect slice, so this is the standard size. And the taro slice too. Granny, you're amazing. Do you want to put in this sauce?
Mix them evenly.
I can hear the crispy sound. It's mouth-watering. After arranging the slices upon slices, pour the sauce on top. The sauce will slowly flow down during the steaming process. When it's cooked, flip it over and it's good to go.
Come on, let's take a walk.
We go now? Sure. Let's go have fun. Are you taking me there? Where do you usually go every day? Is this your favorite place to dance?
Yes.
This is nice. Granny also took me to a motorcycle repair shop. It turns out to be her son's shop. Her son also works in this ancient town. I think Granny is truly fortunate to have so many children around her. She can find them within a few minutes' walk.
My son, daughter-in-law, and grandchildren. They all treat me well. Mother, come back. For lunch. Where have you hung out? I was at the ancestral temple. We're doing well now. Thanks to Grandpa. That's what they said. So, when they see Grandpa without food in the ancestral temple, they begin to shed tears. Yeah.
Granny said that the family often comes to the ancestral temple to pay respect to her husband and the ancestors. They believe that by offering sacrifices to the ancestors, they will be blessed. Many people in Huangyao believe in this. Flip it over. How beautiful.
Here it is.
Thank you, Granny.
It tastes delicious, right?
The steaming time was just right. The taro is tender, with flavors infused inside. It's not too sweet or salty. The maltose, brown sugar, and rocky sugar were added in perfect proportions.
I thought there was too much.
I have lucked out to be able to have the food you make. Not everyone can have this chance. Do you want to try the dishes I cook?
Yes.
Do you want me to make one for you?
Sure.
Today, I'm going to make a dish for Granny. It's called lang. It also uses taro and pork belly. It's a Filipino delicacy. They also use taro leaves, which are dried. It's commonly used in Southeast Asian countries, but rarely in China. The first step is the same as Granny's. I first blanch the pork belly. Frankly, I feel familiar with Filipino cuisine because I grew up with a Filipino nanny. I went to the Philippines to visit her this year and we cooked together. She's very old now, but she loves making this dish called lang. Don't cut the onion too finely to maintain its texture. Okay. Let's take a look at the pork belly. The ratio of fat to lean meat is perfect. The pork belly should be cut into the same size as the taro. It's similar to the concept of braised pork belly with taro. They will be cooked at the same time. Okay, let's start. First, add some olive oil, just like Chinese cuisine. I use scallions, ginger, and garlic. Stir fry the pork belly until it gives off the aroma. Add a little water. It will take some time to stir fry the pork belly until the aroma came out. This ingredient may be something Granny has never eaten or seen before. Shrimp paste. It's fermented. Alright, let's put it in. Pork belly loves to dance, just like Granny. Taro and onion can be added now. They started to absorb the flavor of shrimp paste. This is coconut milk, my favorite. Nice. Look, the color has changed. It's not white. Now, let's add chili, but not too much. Granny doesn't like spicy taste and it's not good for her throat. According to Filipinos, when making lang, we should never stir it. After cooking for 20 minutes, when it has fully absorbed the flavors, it's ready to eat. To enhance the flavor of shrimp, add some dried shrimp. Here's a taro piece. Look, it's so soft. Completely infused with flavors. The taro leaves have become tender too. My Huangyao ancient town braised pork with taro and lang is done. I can serve it to Granny now. Granny, I made a dish for you.
Did you make this yourself? Is it delicious?
Do you want to try it?
Yes.
Who are here with us?
This is my second son-in-law. This is the elder sister of my daughter-in-law. This is my son and his wife.
So the two of you run the restaurant together?
Exactly.
Jamie, per the Chinese tradition, young people should help the elderly with the dish.
Really, so I should get her the dish?
Then you can ask. Tasty, Granny?
Granny is so eager, she has started eating already.
She can't wait to try it.
Here.
What's this?
Well, let me show you a photo first. This Granny is a very important person to me. She's Filipino and loves cooking Filipino cuisine. I see her as my grandmother, and the dish I made for you contains taro, pork belly, and taro leaves.
So many ingredients.
Yes, the ingredients of both dishes are similar, so I want you to try this.
Because you miss your grandmother, right?
Yes, when I saw the dish you made, it reminded me of this. That's why I made this dish.
I want to try it too.
Do you want it too? Sure.
Jamie.
You can have a try. You don't use taro leaves here, right?
No.
No?
It's the first time I've heard of it.
Really?
The taste is different from what we have in Chinese cuisine.
Yes, it's different.
But it's acceptable after a few tries.
Right?
It's acceptable.
Maybe because of the braised pork belly and taro, which are familiar ingredients to you. I feel that Granny has a young mind. She loves to dance and have fun.
She has a healthy attitude.
She's like a child. I take her wherever she wants to go.
How do you maintain a youthful mind?
Because of us.
Because my children are with me.
Granny looks like a child today. Maybe it's because her family is by her side. Huangyao has many ancestral temples because there are many big clans. Under such conditions, the inheritance of delicacy tradition should be easier.
Come on, the man from another country. Do you want to have some duha?
This is tofu.
This is duha.
I'll have a bowl of it.
Sure thing.
It smells so good.
Very aromatic.
Did you grind the soybeans yourself?
Yes, we grow soybeans too.
You grow soybeans by yourselves?
The ginger flavor is tasty. The ginger syrup is made of ginger sugar, brown sugar, osmanthus and goji berry sugar. They are good. Here you go. You can add some more ginger if you like. The ginger sugar is good.
Do you sell douhua every day?
Yes, I sell duha. If there are unsold ones left, I would make them into stuffed tofu.
You said you turned the douhua into another thing?
Stuffed tofu.
I've seen stuffed tofu everywhere here. Is it a specialty here?
This is how stuffed tofu is made.
So, it means that stuffed tofu.
It's made of duha.
The leftover douhua. It's made of that. Can I learn how to make stuffed tofu from you?
Sure.
This tofu reminds me of the tofu skin I learned in Zhejiang. It takes overnight to make a sheet of tofu skin. It's quite laborious. As of now, I'm clueless about the stuffed tofu.
Let's go in there and cook.
Are we cooking here?
Yes.
Granny takes me to the ancestral temple of family Wu. She's the daughter-in-law of the Wu family, and she's responsible for managing and cleaning the temple every day.
To make tofu, we need this rack. Put it on the ground. Hold this for me.
Sure.
We'll use this basket. Lay the cloth above.
the leftover douhua.
Let me teach you.
Sure.
Let me teach you.
Put it all in. Are there any special requirements?
No.
Okay, why is douhua so popular here?
Because we use spring water. It's from the immortal ancient well. So, the tofu is tender and silken. It's also good for washing our hair, making it black. Press against it.
Like this?
Cut the scallion.
How?
Cut them finely.
Finely.
That's too long. Too long. I'll show you. Yes, that's correct.
Granny, do you eat stuffed tofu every day?
Yes.
Really?
I like eating it. Cut the pork.
Put some scallion onto the pork.
Chop it. Lift the stone.
Okay. We have tofu now. Please go ahead.
Gently.
Let me see how you do it. Cut it gently.
If you exert greater force, the cloth will tear.
So, we don't want it to crumble, is that what it means?
It's fine if it crumbles.
It's fine if the tofu crumbles?
Yes.
In that case, why can't we scoop it out?
Since water won't emerge if it remains whole.
So, the water will remain inside. Okay, now I understand.
You got it?
Have your father seen you selling tofu?
No, he passed away a long time ago.
So, he didn't get to see this.
He passed away when I was 18.
How do you think he would feel if he saw you making tofu every day? Would he be proud of you?
He'd be happy.
Would he be happy?
He surely would.
Really?
He must be proud that I could do this.
Yeah.
My mother lived until the age of 101. She just passed away a few years ago, 101 years old. Yes, my mother. Tofu is a good food.
How long had she been eating tofu?
She had eaten it since she was little. She grew up in Wangyao. Put it here. Place it on your hand. Make a hole. Put some meat on it.
This hole.
Put it in the middle.
You're fast.
Do it one by one, like this.
Separate the stuffed tofu.
Yes.
It looks like we're making hamburgers. Flip it over. Add water.
Add some water.
You said the douhua is good. Because you used water from the well?
I use water from immortal ancient well. It won't spoil for 3 years and it won't breed insects.
Is this the dipping sauce?
You can dip the stuffed tofu in it. It's tasty. Very delicious. This is it.
Like this?
Is it good?
Come on, I want to give you a hug.
It's delicious.
It's a big chunk of tofu outside, and I get to taste the tofu in a very big bite.
Yes.
And the pork and scallions inside. With a little salt, and that's all.
That's all.
It's an original taste. And also this dipping sauce. Is this peanut oil?
It's the local peanut oil. The peanuts are grown locally. I added some scallions and garlic.
The taste is not right if you use other oil like rapeseed oil or soybean oil. The taste won't be right. The stuffed tofu is crispy after stir-frying. This is so great. This is why I love home-cooked dishes. Granny Wu. She greatly respects her ancestors.
As soon as the door of the ancestral temple is opened, I start sweeping the floor and burning incense. That's what I do. We must pay respect to our ancestors, right? We get to thrive because of our ancestors.
She's very serious while making tofu, and she does every step meticulously. She wakes up at 3 a.m. to make tofu and starts selling it around noon. And in the evening, she makes stuffed tofu and soaks soybeans. She repeats the process the next day. Seeing how hardworking she is, I want to make a tofu dessert for her, with the subtropical fruit I bought here. My favorite passion fruit. So I want to make 2 flavors for this dessert. One is white chocolate with passion fruit, and the other is dark chocolate with cherries and strawberries. Let's start with the dark chocolate flavor. Let's melt the chocolate, as to give a crunchy texture to the dessert. I plan to use walnuts to make walnut brittle. Brittle means crisp, so walnut brittle refers to crispy walnut. It's primarily made with caramel. On top of that, we can add other ingredients. Add a bit of salt to the caramel. To make it salted caramel. It's currently popular in Western cuisine. Huangyao. Huangyao, oops. It's butter. I'm using butter in Huangyao. That's the way to pronounce them. Okay, adding some baking soda to make it crispier. And good to chew. We don't need to stir too much. When it turns a pale yellow color, let's add walnuts. Okay, turn off the heat. It will solidify in 2 to 3 minutes and become walnut brittle. This is for the dark chocolate flavor. Dark chocolate, strawberries, and cherries make a good combination. Add a little water and heat it up. That's how we make strawberry cherry sauce. Okay, now we can work on the tofu now. Granny's tofu is really yummy because she used the water from the ancient well. Tofu plays a crucial role in this pudding, making it silky. The other ingredient can't achieve the same smoothness. It may not look good at the beginning of the mixing. It's getting better later. Add a little honey to increase the sweetness. Keep mixing until you can't see any white crumbles. The dark chocolate flavor is almost done. Now, let's make white chocolate flavor. It's the same process. First, melt the chocolate. White chocolate always reminds me of my childhood when my father used to tell stories. I could have a small piece of white chocolate before going to bed. I always remember this. That's why I'm so chubby now. This time, I'll add passion fruit to it. White chocolate is very sweet, and it can make a good pair with passion fruit, which is sour in taste. The finishing touch. Walnut brittle, crack it. Huangyao Ancient Town, yin and yang chocolate puddings are done. Granny, I'm coming. Granny.
You're here.
Look at this.
Jamie, you brought a lot.
Granny's granddaughters are also helping her sell douhua today. It's a perfect chance to let the children try the desserts too. You've been working hard, and I hope you can take a rest. Here. Granny, look at this.
So beautiful.
Have a taste.
Yes, what should I try?
Below. I made this for you. Take a look at this. You need to stir it. The tofu you made is delicious. So yummy. So, I turned your tofu into...
Like this?
A Western-style dessert. Yes, eat like this.
Fantastic. Yummy. I like this.
Do you like it?
Yes, it's yummy. Yummy.
Can you taste your tofu in it? Maybe a little bit?
Yes, a little bit. It's sweet and yummy. Flavorful. Very good.
Here's another flavor.
Is this cereal?
No, it's passion fruit.
Passion fruit?
Yes, local passion fruit.
It smells so good.
Which one do you prefer?
Both of them are delicious.
Really?
Both have their own flavor. Walnuts. These are walnuts.
It's sweeter.
Is it sweet?
Yummy.
Is it sweet? Thank you, Granny. I'm grateful to you.
I should thank you for offering me this good food.
You thank me? I should thank you instead. I've noticed that both grannies from Huangyao value their families, ancestors, and heritage. They often engage in ancestral worship to remind themselves and their families to be grateful. Despite leading simple lives, they find great contentment. I hope that they can stay healthy and pass down their delicacies to future generations. Villages under the foot of the mountain have many hidden delicacies. You know, every time I come to Yunnan, I feel really great. I've learned about Bai cuisine, Yi cuisine, Hui cuisine, Miao cuisine, and whatnot. However, there's still one ethnic group that I haven't explored yet, and that's Naki people. I'm out of breath and feeling a bit giddy now. I better go down and find my breakfast. I've never tried Naki cuisine before. What's this?
Chickpea bean jelly.
Chickpea bean jelly? Please give me one serving. Are the chickpea beans grown locally?
Yes.
What kind of seasonings did you use?
There are peanuts, sesame, and others.
The peanuts give a crunchy texture, it tastes really good, and there's vinegar in it too, right?
Yes. Most of us locals eat this. We have a bowl of jelly and baba bread.
Madam, do you know where I can find the most authentic Naki cuisine around here?
You should visit Yuhu village.
Is it far from here?
No, it's not far, right over there.
Yuhu village is a small village built on the slopes of Yulong Snow Mountain. It's closer to the snow mountain. You can see a stunning view from here. Doggy, do you know any good Naki cuisine around here? Where's it? Do you know any grannies? Come on, show me the way. What kind of dishes do they have? Oh, it's here.
Come on. What a beautiful dog. Welcome.
How are you?
Good. I'm good. This is a cafe. Want a cup of coffee?
Hello.
It's nippy out there.
Do you serve coffee here?
Yes, we have coffee here. This is a cafe.
Is there also a guest house?
We have a restaurant here too.
It's an old village seen from the outside, but it's modern inside here. Besides, I took a peek at the kitchen. Let's take a look at the kitchen. My goodness. I feel like cooking now.
You can open the door.
I wonder how big this house is. Granny Zhao's youngest daughter, who lived in Macau, China, married an American guy. No wonder the house has such a Western style.
My ancestors were from here.
They were? I have an idea. I want to travel and search for the most traditional food, and then learn to cook from grannies. So, this idea popped out the moment I saw you.
Thank you. I'm happy too.
Will you take me as your student?
Okay, let's go inside.
Please teach me.
Come in. I make baba bread for breakfast and hot pot for dinner.
So, we're going to learn both, right? Both breakfast and dinner.
Leaven dough.
You know, it's used in many Western dishes too. We call it a poulish. A starter, right? You'll leave some from the previous day and use it the next day.
Yes.
If you don't use this starter, I believe it won't taste good.
Roll up your sleeves.
Okay.
Knead harder. It's not well mixed yet. Sometimes, we eat this in the field when we get hungry. Harder.
Is this okay?
Yes.
Granny, have you been to Macau, China?
No. I'm going there this Chinese New Year to visit my granddaughter, grandson, and son-in-law. Sometimes they make pizzas.
Granny has a pizza here. Did you make it yourself?
No. They brought it home last night.
I must say, Granny is a blend of Chinese and Western traditions.
You should do it properly.
Okay.
Move.
Okay. I'll stand aside.
Make the dough a round shape.
Oh. The dough is in the wrong shape, right? She's a perfectionist. You can tell from her squeaky clean house. Granny, what's your zodiac sign?
I'm round sign.
I'm not asking about the shape. The most traditional pizza only uses 2 to 3 ingredients. Baba bread is crispy on the outside and tender on the inside.
Dip it in some spicy sauce. I made this.
It's quite fun to learn from you. Can I try the hot pot as well? Learning how to make baba bread alone isn't enough.
Let's find some vegetables.
Okay, let's grab 2 more slices.
Sure.
It takes you back of the life of eating baba bread and working, right?
Yes.
Let's go. Have you known this friend of yours for many years? Have you talked to her?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
We've known each other for years, growing up together. Her surname is Li, mine is Zhao, her name is Li Jinhua.
Nice to meet you. You have this hat too.
Yeah.
That's cute. Whoa. Let's go to the vegetable garden. Is it at the back? Look at this. This is designed for grannies. Not good for tall people like me.
Dig deeper.
Here are the chives roots.
So, we're looking for chives roots. I thought we were looking for carrots. Chives roots are rich in fiber. It's a unique ingredient in Yunnan and Guizhou's hot pots. It can combat fatigue and prevent indigestion.
Are they sweet?
Yes.
I know, right? That's big enough.
Wow, the potatoes look good too.
Yeah.
What color are they?
Red. We use our own organic fertilizers. Not chemical fertilizers or pesticides. It's good for our health.
That's right. It's hard to find such good ingredients in big cities nowadays. Maybe Granny can join us for the meal too.
Sure.
Right? Okay? It would not be nice to take your ingredients and leave. Sure. See you later, Granny.
Okay, take care.
Okay. There's a ball.
Yes.
Come on and catch the ball. Come on.
I can't reach it.
Let's go. There are many foods that symbolize reunion, especially dishes like hot pot.
Okay, you can wash it.
Can I eat now?
Wash it.
Eat it? The soup base of Gnocchi hot pot is made of Lijiang cured pork ribs that I know, however. I didn't know that we need to boil off excess salt before using it. Besides, pork ribs can develop a rich aroma after half a month of marination, especially in a high-altitude environment.
Here you are.
Granny Lee's here. She must be wondering what takes us so long to make this hot pot.
Don't cut it like this. Cut it like this.
You should have told me to cut it into chunks.
Like this.
Unlike the regular hot pot, Granny told me to put in all ingredients layer by layer based on how long they will turn fork tender after being simmered. It takes a longer time for chives roots to become fork tender, so it's placed at the bottom, including the pea skins and wheat skins made by her. The top layer is sweet potato glass noodles.
Don't open it.
Can I open it?
No.
Granny, can I have some pork rib soup? Can I take it with me, please?
Go ahead.
I can? Okay, keep this for me. Granny gave me the soup base. I'm going to use it to make my own dish. Granny told me that her youngest daughter lives in Macau, China, and she hasn't had a chance to visit her yet. So, I've decided to make a Macanese dish for her, which is actually Portuguese cuisine. It's called caldo verde. Caldo means soup, while a verde means green. With 3 main ingredients: potatoes, which I got from Granny. The second ingredient is curly kale. Expand the leaves as wide as possible and cut it into strips. Kale is a popular ingredient in Western cuisine, but caldo verde used kale long before it became popular. The third ingredient is chorizo, so what should I do to give a homely taste to it that's familiar to Granny? We can add the soup base. Normally, caldo verde is cooked with water. Now that I've replaced it with the soup, it must be more aromatic. The potatoes should be cooked until very soft. Then I'll beat it with a whisk. It helps to bring some air into the soup, making it taste smoother and lighter. It'd be great if I were in Granny's kitchen. I just can plug it in, and it's done. The kale is added last, as a finishing touch. Oh my goodness, look at the oil. It's red. When you're in Macau, China, you can enjoy a bowl of this with some bread. This bread is cornbread. I'm thinking of making Lijiang baba bread, and I'll put in some corn flour. I've left a little oil in the frying pan so that it gives a whiff of sausage to the baba bread. Okay. Dip it in the soup. Am I in Macau, China, now? Here we go. There's one more thing you can't skip for dinner.
You've learned it from Granny.
You have to taste it to know if I've mastered it or not. Let me show you this. Granny, look. What soup is this? It's something you can often see and drink in Macau, China. I know that you haven't been there before. You can have a taste first.
Thank you. Yummy.
Really?
Yes.
There are potatoes inside. There are potatoes inside. It's from Granny, the ones dug up from your land. So it's a bit.
So it's the potatoes from Granny.
Yes.
Gnocchi hot pot.
Gnocchi hot pot is ready.
It's ready.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll take this. Chives roots have a unique taste. I sat beside her son and her daughter I really feel that the family is very inclusive and warm.
I remember that she went to every household to cook when I was young. I used to tag along. Because I could eat good food.
Life was tough when we were young. We couldn't even afford shoes. Sometimes, my parents had to sew my clothes piecemeal to make them a whole piece. It was so tiring, our hands cracked from doing the work.
Well, my father passed away. So she's alone. Mentally, she still feels upset and finds it difficult to adapt to changes in life. Because my father was such a caring person and he used to make my mother happy or make her laugh. When they were making baba bread, my mother would knead the dough. And my father would roll it out. Then she would put it in the pot, while my father would control the heat. They used to work like that. And now, my mother has to do it all by herself.
I'm starting to miss my home. Because...
You can come again.
Yes.
It's fine. We're like your family too.
Thank you. It's getting harder and harder to gather all the members of a family. So, I think you're the best, Granny, because you can bring everyone together.
That's right.
I'm going back to the UK soon. And I can see my younger brother, sisters, and also my grandmother. So, I can't wait to see them.
How old is your grandmother?
90 years old. With the companionship of family, Granny won't be immersed in sadness all the time. She even showed me messages from the guests and her brother's famous works, who's a painter. As long as her family gathers around Granny Zhao, her smile will be as lovely as before. It's a bit off track.
The song is an improv. There are no fixed lyrics.
Really?
My mother is creating her own lyrics to express her current feelings. There are no fixed lyrics.
So, she's singing that, this soup. This is delicious, this soup, this gnocchi hot pot. They are yummy. Is that what she sang about? Not exactly?
No.
The tune is fixed. She's expressing that life is getting better now.
Someone from abroad. Someone from abroad. Someone from abroad.
This is the charm of an ethnic minority. When Granny Zhao was singing the folk song, she changed the lyrics and included me in it. There's also another Granny here. Can I learn something from Granny Lee? What can I learn besides gnocchi hot pot?
Mooncakes.
Mooncakes?
Young people can't do that. Yes, the youngsters don't know how to make it.
I don't know either.
Are the mooncakes delicious?
Absolutely.
They are?
I can smell the aroma of mooncakes from far away in the courtyard. When I was a child, they used charcoal to bake mooncakes.
I still remember the aroma of freshly baked mooncakes.
Although it's not the Chinese New Year now, I want to relive that festive atmosphere. I don't want this aroma to exist only in everyone's memories. Granny Lee, I'm here.
Hello, Jamie.
Hello.
Come on in.
What are you doing?
I'm cracking walnuts. Lend me a hand.
Okay, I'll go get a chair. There's brown sugar too. Are you using this too? Like this?
No.
Are the walnuts grown here?
They're from this tree.
Which one? This one. That's great. Anything that you don't grow, the ingredients for the gnocchi hot pot were from you too.
I have everything in my orchard.
You have everything there?
Yes, I need to check on the flour.
Flour. Granny, why do you steam it?
It can't take shape if you don't steam it. It must be steamed to make mooncakes.
Actually, we have a similar method in Western cuisine. For example, when we're making bechamel sauce, we'd cook the flour first. If it's raw, the taste of raw flour smells unpleasant.
Cut it all.
All of them? Until here, mooncakes must be very sweet.
It won't taste good if there's not enough sugar.
How often do you see your children? In a year?
I'm with my son. Every day.
Does your son live here?
No, he lives in Lijiang.
So does he come here every day?
No, I go there every day. I cook dinner. And breakfast for them. After the kids go to school, I take the bus back, and I have to tend the vegetables too.
For the sake of your family?
I go back and forth every day.
Back and forth?
Yes.
You travel back and forth? This reminds me of my grandmother's specialty dish, the British pie. It's the same. We hand knead flour and sugar together. We use butter, while Granny uses fresh oil. So, I think both Chinese and Western cuisines have many similarities. Learning to cook from Granny Lee reminds me of my own grandmother.
Look at the small lumps.
Will it melt?
Yes.
What's this?
Wild mint, it's a spice, smell it. Fragrant, right?
Yes. Wild mint is also known as oregano. It's used as a seasoning for meat dishes in Western cuisine. I never thought it could be used in mooncakes. I've never seen this before.
Mooncakes will be baked over the fire.
Is it like a toaster?
Yes.
Let's start making mooncakes.
Okay.
This is beautiful.
It's around 1 century old.
What wood is this made of?
Walnut trees.
Walnut trees?
Yes.
We have a walnut filling and a mold made of walnut trees.
Walnut tree wood is sturdy.
It's a set.
Now that my grandson doesn't understand. And they're still young, so they prefer the city. But I told my grandson that the family has been living in Yuhu. And the city is just a temporary residence. It's good for their health to live in Yuhu.
I wonder how many elderly people in the village are like Granny Lee, who is always worried about their children in the city, as well as busy taking care of them. Granny Lee has no idea if her children will move back to the village in the future. She can only continue making the favorite of her children. The power of love in food can only be passed down by her.
It's important to pass down the food culture of the Naki ethnic. Failing that, the culture will disappear.
That's why it makes me believe even more that the best Chinese food comes from the people and can be found in villages like this. How long does it need to bake?
Around 20 minutes.
What can we do during these 20 minutes? I have an idea. Granny, do you have apples here?
Yes.
You do? Can I have some? Do you know what I'm using them for?
No idea.
Take a guess.
You want to make a dish?
When we were making mooncakes just now, I thought of my grandmother. And she has a specialty dish that's made of apples, an English cuisine that's centuries old.
I've never tried Western cuisine before.
You haven't? Okay, so this is the first time in your life. The method is quite similar to the one you showed me just now. My grandmother doesn't use walnuts, but the walnuts here taste so great, so I must put some in it. I feel like I lack a bit of a local vibe. Do I look like a local now?
Yes.
The ginger powder adds spiciness, while the cinnamon adds fragrance, so I put in more sugar to balance out these two ingredients. What's this?
I don't know.
You don't? It's another new ingredient. What's this?
Is this lard?
It's butter. We call it butter.
Butter.
It's similar to the fresh oil you used. It serves the same purpose. But I'm not making a dough. Actually, you can bring it to your children. What do you think? Are you going to give them the mooncakes?
Yes, I need to check on them.
Oh, you're going to check on the mooncakes. Is it done?
The mooncakes are cooked.
It's cooked. What a wonderful aroma. I thought it might be too sweet.
No.
Not at all. That wild mint adds a unique flavor.
Exactly.
And the walnuts give a crunchy texture to it. Oh my goodness. I'm afraid that I'll finish them all. I can actually eat them all now. These are definitely the most aromatic mooncakes I've ever had. I mean it. I'm working on the apple pie. Cinnamon powder and apples are the perfect match.
It smells so great.
Does it smell good?
Yes.
I know, right? Can you imagine its taste?
No, I can't.
No? You can have a taste later. Yes. I'll let Granny have the first bite. The Yuhu village apple pie is done. Granny, come and have a taste.
Sure.
You can find the apple here. Some crumbs. And the sauce. Get more crumbs.
It tastes really good. I've never tried this before.
It's mainly because your apples are so aromatic.
I need to have more.
Sure, you can bring some to your children too.
Tasty. You can share with others. Share it with Granny Zhao.
Oh, Granny Zhao, I can send the mooncakes to Granny Zhao. Good idea. Although both Granny Li and Granny Zhao have distinctly contrasting temperaments, they're always together, and have been best friends for decades. They share everything every day. Today, your children will eat a lot of sweet food.
Yeah, they must be very happy.
They can't sleep tonight. Hey, Granny. I found you. Look at this.
Thank you.
How does it look?
The mooncakes look so appealing.
Granny Lee and I made these. Let's eat together.
I'll take a bite.
Granny Lee is just awesome. Her mooncakes are so delicious.
This is tasty.
Right? And one more thing. Do you know what this is?
This is.
I made this with Granny Lee.
That's yummy.
You haven't swallowed it, though.
I have, I know.
What taste is this?
There's sugar.
Yes.
And. Yes.
Cinnamon.
Yes, that's right. I tasted cinnamon.
Right?
Yes, this is so delicious.
Is there an occasion here?
They're going to dance.
Is this a traditional Naki wedding?
Yes.
Will they mind me being here?
No, they won't.
They don't mind me? Because I'm not invited, I feel a bit embarrassed.
They won't mind.
Really?
They will welcome you.
Really? Okay.
They welcome you.
Thank you. Are they all your acquaintances?
Yes, they're all my friends.
Hello. Congratulations.
Thank you.
May you always be happy. That's sweet.
Exactly.
Do you want to try some?
Sure.
One more bite. I came across a wedding and it was an unexpected delight. All villagers gathered there. And they welcomed me passionately. Luckily, I have prepared something for them. Granny Zhao is great, right? She's great, right? I think she's great.
I admire her.
Me too. Granny introduces me to her friends, making me realize that this is how life should be. There are no high city walls to halt the spreading aroma of delicious food, and neither can it hinder all-knowing grannies, and their wisdom as well as emotional expressions. This food exploration trip is worth continuously investing effort into. It motivates me to go to more places, meet more people, engage with more ethnic minorities. Today is my first time coming to Hainan. The weather is just perfect. Amazing. I arrive at the southernmost part of Hainan, Xinsuan Port, on the east side of Sanya. What attracts me the most is the floating fish farms on the sea. Ranging from fish, crabs, shrimp to conchs, they have everything. People on the fish farm are known as the Tonkas. As they have been living at sea all year long, they're also known as the gypsies of the Chinese Sea. This place is incredible. I've never seen so many fish farms lined up together. Also, I noticed clothes hanging there. It means that people live here. I want to go inside and see if anyone can teach me how to cook. Some local specialty dishes. I have no idea about the local cuisine. Hello.
Hi.
This is a great place.
Look at the fish farms. You can visit there.
Can you speak Mandarin?
I can't speak Mandarin.
You speak the local language?
Yes.
Is the Cantonese?
Yes.
I can speak a little. Do you live in the fish farms?
Yes.
Are there any delicacies here?
I can show you.
Really? Can I visit?
There are many fish.
Thank you so much, Granny.
My fish farm. Let's leave the boat.
This is yours?
Yes.
I can only talk to her with my poor level of Cantonese. But we can still understand each other.
I've been living on the fish farm for 30 years.
30 years?
This place used to be like floating fish. It was shaking. That was scary. The waves were hitting high. The waves kept coming up. That was really scary.
Scary.
Let's go there to see the fish.
I want to see the fish. What fish do you have?
Yes.
As I converse with her, I realize that she is a hospitable person. She invites me to her house saying that she wants to show me her fish farm. So I go with her and we see the pufferfish.
These fish are good.
This is good.
This is a pufferfish. I make fish porridge with this.
You eat this fish?
Yes. It's pufferfish. It has spines. When it expands, it looks like this. Anyway, I just scoop it up first. Don't get pricked by the spines. It can be painful. It's painful.
So adorable. Poisonous? No.
No.
Really?
Yes.
How to cook this?
I'll show you.
Thank you.
Take the bag.
Okay. The pufferfish is so cute. Actually, I feel a bit reluctant to eat it. After cutting the fish, Granny puts it in hot water to boil it. Why do you boil it?
It'll soften the spines.
It's easier to.
We can't cook the fish without removing the spines.
While waiting for the fish, Granny starts making porridge.
Add ginger, tangerine peels, salt, and pepper.
Let it simmer in a pressure cooker for about 10 minutes. Can this work? It works.
My mother likes making this. It requires a lot of effort to eat this. It costs a few hundred yuan to buy one.
A few hundred?
It's costly, and killing fish is tedious. It used to be cheap in the past. Before, we could buy it for a few yuan. My mother gave birth to 8 boys.
7 or 8?
8 boys and 2 girls. We could satisfy our hunger with porridge back then.
With porridge? All 10 children could eat it. This porridge was very important to their life. With 10 children, at least the porridge could make them full. And this dish has been passed down. So much meat.
A lot of meat, and it's highly nutritious and delicious.
Even eat this?
These are the eyes.
You have one and I have one.
You can have the eyes. I once ate much of it.
You eat it.
Don't be afraid. We're lucky to eat this.
This.
Chop finely. It's not fine enough.
Okay, do you need my help?
Do you want to help?
Sure.
Chop the meat like this.
Chop it finely.
All of them.
It spreads everywhere.
It's okay.
下定决心，不怕牺牲。
哦。
下定决心，不怕牺牲。害羞啊，那是这是胜利。下定决心，不怕牺牲。害羞啊，那是这是胜利。
Okay.
Done.
I'll cook.
You sing so well. After cutting it into small pieces, put them into the porridge. Granny also adds her homemade oyster sauce, shallots, and garlic juice. A bowl of pufferfish porridge that's filled with Granny's childhood memories is now ready. It smells so good. I'll speak Mandarin. The meat is plump. And there's a lot of it. I think it's fresh and tasty. Also, the taste of the saltwater fish is very aromatic.
I can understand but can't speak Mandarin. I can understand Mandarin. A little bit.
You should have told me. I could have spoken Mandarin.
The fish's eyes are good for eyesight. Eat this to enhance your vision. Enjoy the best part.
2 eyes?
I've had many eyes already. Yes, you eat that and your eyes will become brighter. You give it back to me. Why do you give it back to me? I want you to eat them, you should eat the eyes in a pair. I can't just eat one. You should eat a pair of eyes to make yours brighter.
Really?
Yes. Eat them in one bite.
Very good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Pufferfish is the best food. Pufferfish porridge can treat liver diseases and many other illnesses, even kidney diseases. Pufferfish is very nutritious. You guys are clueless about this. This is how we eat it in the past.
Pufferfish porridge brings back the memory of those tough days on the sea. Whenever the waves scared her, she would sing the songs her father taught her to calm herself down.
This is a love song.
I chatted with some of the fishermen and fish farm owners here. They said the pufferfish is very difficult to handle and advised me not to do it. But the more people say that, the more I want to challenge myself. There are many spines, so it's a bit troublesome. Granny told me that she's going to meet her friends for singing practice tonight, so I think I can make a dish for them. Vietnam also has boat people. I think Granny will like this. And these ingredients can be found in both Vietnam and Hainan. First, let's make a special sauce. Put in some lemongrass. This is my favorite. Ginger, garlic, and honey. Honey serves a few purposes. Firstly, it gives the fried fish a golden color. Secondly, it adds a lot of sweetness. The black pepper powder has flown away. Sometimes, it's really challenging to cook outdoors. Pound the shallots in the mortar. Once they're well pounded, there'll be more space for lemongrass and chili peppers. It's called Scotch bonnet in English. It's also one of my favorite chili peppers. I didn't expect it to be grown here too. Local limes. This is the Southeast Asian flavor, sour, sweet, and spicy. And a bit of fish sauce. Time to deal with the pufferfish. I found that the pufferfish has plump and aromatic meat. Let's spread the special sauce inside and outside the fish to marinate it. Add more honey to make it crispier when fried. Leave it for a few minutes for marination. Actually, the most flavorful part of this dish comes from these vegetables. First, soak the carrots and radishes in vinegar to make them crunchy and fragrant. This is one of the ingredients. Mango. I specially requested a sour and greenish one. I think this is characteristic of Southeast Asian cuisine. They use fruits to bring out the sour and sweet flavor, like mango and pineapple. I also found avocados at the market. That was unexpected too. How do we give a layered and crunchy texture to the spring rolls? Use the peanuts. I'll stir-fry them first to release their aroma. I want to have one more ingredient. That's to soak the chili peppers in vinegar. If Granny's friends like spicy food, they can have it. All the ingredients are ready. Now, I'm going to fry the fish. I plan to put the lemongrass in it to enhance the aroma. It's the smell of Southeast Asia. It should be fried crispy. Now, I'm going to tear the meat. It looks like an authentic Southeast Asian dish. Here, I have the essential ingredient for making spring rolls: rice wrappers. Put it in water first. 1 piece. 2 pieces. Okay. Put the pufferfish meat in the middle. Strips. Carrot strips. Mango strips. And some chili peppers. This chili pepper isn't spicy at all, because it's been soaked in vinegar for some time. You can put whatever you want in it. And this is my Vietnamese spring rolls with linh xue pufferfish. Sour, sweet, spicy, and crunchy. Most importantly, the pufferfish meat is tender and fresh. An authentic Southeast Asian flavor. I believe Granny will like it. Granny,
Thank you.
you've worked hard, everyone. So I made supper for you.
Thank you. What did you make? Pufferfish porridge?
No, not porridge. It's spring rolls with pufferfish. I'll make one for you. Let me show you. There's pufferfish inside this. Pufferfish. Put this here. And coriander. Put some mango if you like it. Do you want some chili pepper? No?
No.
Okay, we eat it like this.
Like this?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll start eating then.
Let's eat, everyone.
I'll eat as is.
The teacher should have some too. This will make you full.
Pretty good.
Yummy.
Yummy. The taste is excellent.
My teacher, please have some. Come and have supper.
I'm a cheerful person. I like to sing when I'm happy. All of us can sing. I like all songs that my father sang. I'll sing for you.
Granny said that besides seafood, I must try coconut juice in Hainan. In Nanwan village, near Shinsuan port, I see a dense grove of coconut trees by the roadside. I find it truly fascinating. I want to know what other delicacies people on the land enjoy besides seafood. Hello. Hello. What are you doing? Picking coconuts? It's hard, though. Oh, got it.
This is nutritious. The green one isn't at all.
Is it not ripe yet?
It's not about that. Look, the two trees are of different species.
Not that one, this one?
That's the best.
Granny, what do you use this coconut for?
To make chicken soup.
Chicken soup? Is this a local delicacy?
Yes.
Can I learn this from you?
Sure.
Can I make the dish with you?
You can.
Where's your house? Around here?
My house is nearby. This is my house.
Great.
Have a seat.
Yeah.
Well, I have one more here.
This is paradise. So comfy. Granny, how old are you?
I'm 69.
You're 69.
I'm old.
Not at all.
No?
Upon stepping into Granny Lee's house, it gives me a vibe of the typical small seaside house, which feels very comfortable. What tree is this?
Mango tree. That's an Erica palm. This is a banana tree. These coconuts are for feeding the chickens.
Do chickens eat coconut too?
Yes, they do.
How nice.
Yeah.
You can see the sea from your house, and you can pick any fruit you want from your own trees. Granny has such a blissful life. Hi. How old are you?
9.5 years old.
I see. Who is this? Little handsome boy.
Little handsome boy.
How old are you?
3.5.
Okay.
You caught one already? I really like to learn dishes like this.
Let's learn, then.
You just have to pick a few coconuts off the tree outside. Then, you kill a chicken. And cook it directly. I want to see how you make coconut chicken.
Chop the chicken into pieces.
This knife is specifically
for cutting coconuts. I'm old now and don't have much strength.
I can help you with this.
Can you do this?
I'll try.
I'm right. Left-handed.
I'm left-handed too.
Use your left hand, then.
Do it like this, right? What should I do next? Like this?
You're slow. You can't. I'll do it.
You'll do it. You're better at this. So, you cut it from the middle.
Any side is fine. It's all about strength.
Not strong enough, let me retry.
No. I didn't mean that you weren't strong. You just need practice.
Yes. I'll try it again. This is the right way.
You are experienced now.
Yeah. So, we want to open a hole.
We'll put the chicken in.
Don't we need to add any spices?
No. It's sweet enough.
That's great. I believe that ancient people used coconuts to cook. Before they had pots.
They used coconuts.
That's clever. How long should we steam it?
2 hours.
Is it because the shell is
thicker?
It's thicker? I'm really curious. How much coconut will seep into the chicken? I want to know that. I can see that her family is rather simple. Her children go to work. So, Granny takes care of the kids during the day, and they get to see how Granny cooks. They can see where these ingredients come from when they're young. Those who grow up in the city don't get to experience this. Is it cooked?
It's cooked.
Is it?
It's cooked already. Let me show you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cooked. There's a layer of oil floating on top. Yellowish. Because the chicken has much fat.
This is rice.
We eat it with some rice.
We eat it with some rice.
All right. This is for the kids. Look, I made this with Granny.
Good boy.
Good boy.
My little grandson. Good boy. Let's eat.
It's really delicious. Really good. The coconut has infused the chicken. It's tender.
Is it nice?
It doesn't taste like coconut meat anymore. It's a bit like potato. This is my favorite. I should eat the coconut meat. Right?
I made it. Is it nice?
Yes. Yes. The coconut meat has the taste of chicken. Granny didn't add any salt, but the taste is just perfect. No salt is needed. Because this free-range chicken and coconut are the freshest. This is really good. The most amazing thing about this dish is that you only use 2 ingredients to make such a delicious dish. I really admire you. I've been to many places in China. But now, I'm like a child, I'm so excited and thrilled.
Don't be. It's just something common in the countryside.
Yes, you think it's common. Because you can eat this every day. But for me, I come from somewhere far away. And we don't have these things there.
Your place doesn't have coconut?
We don't have good coconut. And chicken like such. Besides coconut chicken, what else do you like to eat?
Shrimp. And conchs. Especially when they are wild-caught.
You like seafood?
I only eat it if my son catches seafood. I don't like those bought from the market.
You don't like farmed seafood? I want to make a dish for you.
What's it?
Not telling yet. Want to eat?
Yes.
Really?
When?
Granny Lee takes care of her health. And she likes simple dishes. But the ingredients must be fresh. So, I've decided to come here to find the best wild-caught seafood, that's hele crabs. I didn't know Hainan Island can be such a big place. Every village has its own vibe. Do you cast the nets every day?
We cast and collect the nets every day.
Oh, it's here. This is a big one.
This is hele crab.
Inside here, there's
the roe.
There are a lot. That mister told me that the water in the shallow sea makes hele crabs taste great. Because it's a mix of salt and fresh water. Is this a female crab? That's a lot.
The crabs here eat conchs.
So hele crabs taste great because they eat conchs? So today, the dish we're going to make is ravioli. Ravioli is actually Italian dumplings. Here we have the most famous hele crabs in Hainan. Look how fresh they are. They are still alive. Freshly caught. Sorry. No.
No.
Okay. Since the crabs are being steamed, I can start making pasta. Same as the dumpling wrappers. We need to make a dough. Add an extra yolk. To make the pasta more delicate. The crabs should be ready by now. Look at the color. Oh, yeah. As for the dough, leave it to rest for 10 to 15 minutes. Now, I'm going to roast the tomato and chili pepper over the stove fire until they're blackened. Then, I'll peel off the skin. This will make the flesh sweeter and give a smoky flavor to it. I can start to break apart the crabs. I'll mix white meat, brown meat, and roe together to make the dumpling filling. It's a bit moist. It's like when you eat shrimp. The thing you get from the head. We call it head juice. It sounds kind of gross. But it contains many flavors. Nice. We have beautiful crab shells here. Don't throw them away. Let's make them into sauce. It's something like stock. Once it's cooked, mix tomatoes and chili peppers together. And make them into a red sauce. Now, we need to cook the sauce until it thickens. Lemon and crabs are a good combination. The moisture is just right, so no need to add more water. I'm using the peel to moisturize it. Because Granny doesn't use salt, and neither do I. Actually, this dough can be made into different shapes. Today, we're making ravioli, which is like dumplings. The wrapper should be thin and semi-transparent. You need to act quickly. Otherwise, the wrapper will dry out and it's difficult to handle. Don't leave air inside. It looks like a small pillow. So, this is my ravioli with hele crab. Nutritious small pillows. Now, I'm sending this to Granny Lee's house. Granny, I have a surprise for you.
What have we got here? Good.
I made these dumplings.
Dumplings.
Dumplings. I got you chopsticks. Have a taste and tell me what's the filling. Here are the chopsticks. Thank you for teaching me how to make coconut chicken. I've tried my best to find ingredients that suit your preference.
Yummy. I want more.
More?
Good.
Do kids want this? This is made of hele crabs. Hele crabs. Because you like hele crabs.
Oh, what are you eating?
They're having ice cream. This is healthier, kids. Don't eat ice cream.
It suits my palate.
Does it?
Yes.
Good. We add cheese to this in the West, but I'm afraid that you don't like cheese.
I don't eat cheese. This is the best taste.
Really? Kids, do you want to try some? Come on. Here you go. Give it to the little boy.
It drops.
That's good, kids.
That's enough for me.
That's enough for you?
Want some?
Yes. Thank you.
Seeing how grandchildren are attached to Granny, as they gather around her and eat healthy food, I really find this a blissful moment.
When my grandchildren say, "Granny, time to eat, wake up and get ready to eat," they treat me so sincerely. Whoever comes to me, I'll treat them well. And they'll treat me well in return.
They enjoy the best food Granny makes. And grow up in the best environment. It makes me really envious of them.
In the future, when you come to Hainan, pay me a visit.
Yes, I will. Thank you. We'll see each other again. Please take care. Also, I wish you a happy Chinese New Year, since it's around the corner.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Until next time. The wind is blowing strong. It gives me the illusion that I'm in some European harbor town. Local climate will foster uniqueness. Besides, the sight of shipping boats suggests that the seafood here must be delicious. Giant windmills are spinning in the distance. It shows that the wind is essential to the locals. There are many stones on the tiles. Maybe it's because of the strong winds. I can't wait to explore the local delicacies here. Okay, let's follow the wind. Hello.
Where are you from?
I'm from the UK. My name is Jamie.
Good.
Hello.
Who's Jamie?
I'm Jamie.
Very good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Pingtan County is a beautiful place. I can see the sea.
The sea is vast to see.
Do you have good food here?
Certainly.
Right?
You know, the taste changes. Every year.
Really?
We have different tastes.
The people here catch their own fish or seafood, right?
Yes.
What are the local specialties of Pingtan County?
We have 8 treasure stir-fried cake.
8 treasure stir-fried cake? Is this your house? It's spacious.
Okay, let's go in.
May I? May I come in?
Sure.
Granny allowed me to visit her home. Besides, she agreed to teach me how to make 8 treasure stir-fried cake. However, there was no tap water here. Granny took me to the well she dug herself. Let me help you.
No need.
It's heavy. Do you carry the water like this every day?
It's water from underground. Look, it's clean.
How does 8 treasure stir-fried cake taste? Delicious.
It's special.
How?
We use different fishes according to the season.
So, the ingredients are seasonally based. 8 treasure means there are 8 ingredients. Are they all precious ingredients? Is this correct?
Not necessarily. The young people make it differently now, different from how we used to make it.
So, we make the stir-fried cake based on Granny's taste, right? Granny said we could add whatever seafood we wanted. Like octopus, shrimp, and clams, we'll cut them into small pieces.
It's even better with crabs.
It's not the season for crabs now, right?
There are no crabs now.
When was the last time you made 8 treasure stir-fried cake?
Over 10 years ago.
A few years ago?
More than 10 years ago.
More than 10 years ago?
I made it for my son. Before he went to Hainan to catch crabs, I made one for him.
So, you made 8 treasure stir-fried cake for your son before he went to the sea?
Yes, it was more than 10 years ago.
That's nice. He must like it very much.
Of course.
We can add whatever ingredients we like. And also the fried peanuts.
Where's the water?
Water? What's this?
This is sweet potato flour.
Sweet potato flour. I saw it outside. Something is laid to dry. In the yard.
This is the thing.
It's sweet potato flour.
Enough.
Scallions. Oh, you put in the pork belly.
Good.
It's aromatic. So many kinds of seafood. What's this?
This is aged liquor.
Aged liquor. We have liquor.
Chili sauce. This is oyster sauce.
So, you stir-fry everything together.
Exactly.
The dish must be excellent. Well, water. So much water.
It's enough.
Look at the clams. They're fresh. It has a rich seafood flavor. You should do this more often, Granny.
Really?
This is delicious. So much sweet potato flour.
It's not enough.
I didn't expect this, though. I thought we were making soup.
Something like that.
That's why it's called stir-fried cake.
Yes, it's stir-fried cake.
Now I understand. You're cracking them with a stone.
yes.
So the stone here can be used for both houses and food. I think 8 treasure stir-fried cake should be called 18 treasure stir-fried cake. Instead, you pour some oil. You start the stir-frying. With shallot oil.
Yes, shallot oil, a little bit of sesame oil. It's done, that's it. It's ready to eat.
It is? How do you like it? It's been over 10 years since you last made this dish.
I have no idea whether it tastes good or not. Not bad, right?
Pretty good. You should make this more often, Granny. Yummy. I tasted different seafood from every bite. Sweet potato flour plays a crucial role, as it blends all the seafood flavors together, like glue. It brings out the flavor so well. I think your son must be blissful to eat this before he went out to the sea.
In the past, he only had it twice a year at most. Sometimes, he went out during the Chinese New Year. I've got used to staying here alone. I like this place very much. With good air and ample space, it's better than Pintan County. Before, my house used to be lively, and every room was occupied.
I've met many grannies during the delicacies exploration trip, but Granny Wu is the only one living alone, and she doesn't want to leave, which I can understand, so I'd like to bring the best thing and happiness to her. I thought of making this dish. Granny can take a break from cooking. I'll take care of it. Today, I'm going to make paella, the popular Spanish seafood rice dish. We have good seafood over here. It's somewhat similar to 8 treasure stir-fried cake, where various seafood ingredients are mixed together and cooked in one pot. First of all, I'm going to bake the bell pepper until it's blackened. The dark, the better. This is for Granny, not you. Actually, Granny can have a dog too. It's good for her, and she wouldn't feel so lonely then, okay? The bell pepper only tastes good when it's completely blackened. I found dried shrimp and scallops from the local market. They are excellent ingredients for making stock because they can add some seafood flavor. When we stir-fry them, put in some shrimp heads and shells. Look, you can see the color now. Let's cook it for about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, I'll work on the bell pepper. Another element of the dish, the roasted red bell pepper powder, also known as smoked paprika. Smoked paprika has a similar taste to the roasted red bell pepper. The texture has changed. Look, it's soft and has a sweet aroma. You can buy pre-cut peppers in jars at most supermarkets. Dice the onion. After that, dice the garlic. I need one more red bell pepper. Dice it. And some tomatoes too. We take the outer flesh. It brings more aroma. Add some white wine. The key ingredient for paella is rice. I'm using rice from northeast China. Stir-fry it with tomatoes and onions. Before adding the stock, I need to add 2 more things: smoked paprika. That's the roasted bell pepper powder. And saffron oil. It looks appealing. And now, pour in the seafood stock. It's not yet the time to add seafood, because it'll become overcooked and hard. Once the rice is almost cooked, we can add seafood. In Chinese cuisine, this is called hugaba, also known as rice crust. It smells great. It's known as sauerkraut in Spanish. Simmer the seafood for 6 minutes. Oh, yes. This method helps blend all the flavors together. Okay, my Pingtan paella is done. I'm preparing this lunch as a surprise for Granny. Look, I have flowers here. Let me put them into the vase. Granny. You're home.
Who made this?
I did.
You did this?
I made this for you.
With so many ingredients.
Do you like this? Please have a seat.
Very good. Thank you. Why did you make this for me?
It's nothing. I just wanted to make something for you.
The colors are nice. It's really good. Well done.
Thank you for teaching me a treasure stir-fried cake.
I didn't make it well, though.
It was delicious. Thank you, Granny. I'm curious about what you think about the rice. Will you like it? Please have a taste.
Sure. Delicious. Your dish is sweet and sour.
Correct.
Right?
Right. This is nice. You'll like the red ones. It's sweet.
What are the red pieces?
Bell pepper. It's baked.
It's sweet.
I saw that you have many neighbors and friends around you.
Of course.
It's good. You're not alone.
The life and family are in the past. I'm not dwelling on them.
Yeah.
Let's not get into unpleasant things.
Let's talk about something happy. That's the food we have. We are fortunate people, and we're happy.
I never expected you to come all the way to my hometown. I never expected that. You cook better than me.
Don't be humble.
I can't cook well.
You did a really great job. Granny Wu introduced me to one of her friends, Granny Lin. She lives in Baisha village. A 5-minute walk away from Baishing village. Her husband works as a captain here and catches fish in his spare time. Every morning, they sell seafood at the market. What are the local specialties in Pingtan County?
Mackerels. Lobsters.
This is great.
Oyster pancake. We pair oysters with rice noodles or use it as the ingredient to make soup. We coat oysters with starch and deep fry them. The taste is amazing. Okay.
Well, what are you making, Granny?
I'm going to make xianqi.
Xianchi? What's it?
It's a home-cooked dish.
A home-cooked dish. Is it yummy?
Yes.
Really? Granny, can I go with you and learn how to make xianchi?
Sure.
I think this is an opportunity not to be missed.
Sure.
May I?
No problem. Let's go and buy the sweet potato flour.
You buy it from here?
It's freshly dried.
So, this is sweet potato flour? Although it's a seaside town, this place has strong wind and isn't damp. It's perfect for drying sweet potato flour.
Xianqi must be made with sweet potato flour, not regular flour.
I think I've learned a lot from you, Granny Lin. I found the right person.
Please come in.
I can pass through it?
The kids are sleeping upstairs. I'll take you to the kitchen.
Sure.
These are sweet potatoes.
Did you grow them yourself?
Yes.
But where?
It's outside.
You have your own piece of land.
That's right. These are the vegetables. Now, we need to pluck the celery and scallion.
Can I taste it?
Wash it first. Wash it. Wash it inside.
I'm fine with this. Can I eat this?
Of course. Go ahead. It's tender.
Better than those at the market.
Yes.
This is great. You're so lucky, Granny. I've never tried xianchi before. This is my first time in Fujian as well as in Pingtan County, so I'm really looking forward to it.
During festivals like Mid-Autumn Festival on 15th day of the 8th month, every family will prepare xianqi.
So, xianchi is for festivals?
Yes.
It's a festive dish?
Life is better now because we can eat it whenever we want. Previously, we only ate it during festivals.
What exactly xianchi is? I have no clue about it. It is.
It's round in shape and stuffed with ingredients.
So, we're going to make the fillings?
Yes. Next, we'll marinate the ingredients with oyster sauce, garlic juice.
You can save the effort of cutting it, right? Ginger juice.
Yes.
Oysters.
Like this.
I want to cook oysters. And eggs. To make the oyster pancake. That's awesome too. We're cutting the ingredients in step with each other.
Stir fry it.
Okay.
Grandpa, come on and help with the fire.
Are you calling me? Grandpa is coming? Hello, Grandpa.
Hello.
One of you starts the fire and one of you cooks. How lovely.
To be honest, he's the one who cooks most of the time.
Really?
He's really skilled.
Although Grandpa is the head of the family, he works in the fishing boats, as well as in the kitchen. Besides, both of them have a say in making decisions for the family. They're such a lovely couple.
Next, bring in the sweet potatoes and peel them.
I thought you local people would eat a lot of seafood. I didn't expect this to be the main ingredient. Well, how awesome.
It's cooked.
It's done? Cooked. Whoa.
This is a stone pestle.
Stone pestle. Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes?
Yes.
That's enough.
So much sweet potato flour, this is more aromatic than dumpling wrappers. It requires some physical strength.
Yes.
Who are they? Now I see you guys. They woke up. What's that sound?
From the second floor, the youngest child woke up.
The youngest child woke up and started to cry. It's elastic. Like a dough. Bye. Bye-bye. It's done. That's great. After making the dough for cienture wrappers, Granny stir-fries all the ingredients.
Add some laver because it contains moisture.
That's clever. You use dry food to absorb water.
That's right.
The celery is great. The celery leaves smell great. Let's make dumplings. Let's make cienture. Hello.
Knead it like this.
Okay, knead it. Hello. Are you here to learn? Good for you. A 7-year-old kid who starts to have an interest in cooking, and a 4-year-old who's playing. It's fine, though, as long as everyone gathers around to do something together.
It's fine. That's enough. Coat it with the sweet potato flour.
Use sweet potato flour.
Coat it with some flour.
I started to cook when I was little, and I've learned many things from it. I hope I can spread this idea and let children feel the charm of cooking. Look at this. Grandpa.
Thank you.
That's enough. They've already taken some.
It's really good. A big chunk of octopus. We did a really good job. Right? I didn't know the wrappers could be so chewy. Did you catch the seafood by yourself?
Yes.
You did?
He caught the octopus.
Mixing seafood with a small portion of lean meat are great, especially when oysters and octopuses are wrapped in the sweet potato wrapper. It's a special combination. Did you learn it? You did? The kids like cienture very much. They eat in big bites. Do you like to make cienture?
My granddaughter has 3 children. She and her husband go to work and leave her kids with me. So, I look after the kids for her.
I think most people wouldn't look after the children of their granddaughter. You're 2 generations apart, and you don't have the responsibility to do so.
Do you want a hat? Indeed, they're noisy, but it's enjoyable too. Whenever I come back from outside, they would hug me, call me Great Granny, kiss my face, and hold my hands. This is the moment when I feel content. Though it's tiring, it's worth it. I went to Australia and Shanghai to look after my grandchildren before. Whichever child needs me, I'll go to them without hesitation. Helping them to ease their burden is something we parents should do.
Looking after the children is never easy. Grandpa and Granny cook for them and send them to school every day. I want to let Granny rest. When I was little, there was a dish that I particularly liked. That's fish pie. Actually, it's a British dish. Unlike the typical pie, with a pie crust, it's topped with mashed potatoes instead. But I'm not using the potato here. I'm using something they grow here. the sweet potato. By making this dish, I hope I can make the children realize that there are great ingredients at the place they live. I'll steam it for about 10 minutes, and it can be made into mashed sweet potatoes later. During this time, I can prepare ingredients for bechamel sauce. As for the bechamel sauce, I've made it countless times in my life. But you can alter the ingredients to change its flavor. Mix the flour and the butter together. It'll turn into a dough. Now, pour in the milk several times. If you were to pour it all at once, it might create lumps and turn into a dough, right? Pour in some milk again. The purpose of this step is to ensure the flour is thoroughly cooked and avoid raw flour taste. Pour in again. You can pour in more this time. There will be lumps if you don't stir it. As of now, the bechamel sauce is tasteless. To add flavor to it, add some white wine, sea salt, parsley, and white pepper powder. Besides, you can add some onions, garlic, fennel, and parsley. Now, it's not just a simple bechamel sauce, but one that goes well with seafood. A fish pie without seafood is out of the question. I bought 2 different fish at the market. Put them into the sauce for 3 to 4 minutes, and the seafood will be cooked. I can mash the sweet potatoes now. It's best to do it while it's hot to avoid lumps. Spread the mashed sweet potatoes on top of the mixture. Create uneven texture on the surface of the mashed potatoes. You'll see why later. And here's the final step. I use a spray gun instead of an oven. It works pretty well. Okay, my Pingtan seafood pie is done. I'm bringing it to Granny, the kids, and Grandpa. It's surely a new food experience for them. Hello, look at this, Granny.
Did you make this yourself?
Yes, I did.
Whoa, that's great.
Kids, do you know what this is?
I don't know.
It's fish pie. Do you want to try it?
Fish pie? I want.
Okay. Do you want some? Come on.
It's yummy.
Like a cake.
Granny, do you know what's on top?
No idea.
Something you grow here. Take a guess.
Sweet potato flour.
It's sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes?
Yes, the upper layer is the sweet potatoes. It's sweet, and the lower layer is made from local seafood. Do you like cooking? Do you like it? You do? You made that ciencia really well just now. You ate so much. Do you want some more? You seem to like it very much. Here you go. You can cook by yourself when you grow up, can't you? Okay?
I can't cook.
You can. You should cook more when you grow up. Sweet potato.
How did you make this?
I used the pestle. The stone pestle works too. I used milk and flour to make the sauce, added seafood to it, and stir-fried it. Later, I layered the mixture below and topped it with sweet potatoes. And that's all.
It's done.
It's easy, right? You can do this, right? You live in a place with a lot of seafood. You're a lucky girl. Looking at the children, I thought of myself when I was young. When I started to cook, I was very interested in different ingredients and my grandmother's cooking methods. The trip to Fujian is a fruitful one. Hopefully, I can discover new ingredients and learn authentic cooking methods from another granny.